so I can go see.
All right, guys, what is going on? It is the Monday Massacre. We have at Cobra Stang.
What's up, guys?
And then, damn it, I'm drawing a brain fart here.
Devaney.
Devaney, what is your Twitter feed?
Devaney Interact.
All right, dig it. Yeah, let me... Shit, we got 4 viewers already. What the fuck? Damn it.
Man, they were hard scoping that.
Yeah, no shit. Well, I told everybody I'd be starting it up in like 20 minutes. I didn't expect people to actually show up. Well, it's one of those, like, if we get people, we get people. You know, it's not like I have a massive sub base. I have 260 subs. And people fucking show up. I forgot to mute the shit, so there we go. Yeah, that would have sucked royally.
Yeah.
Alright. Okay, I don't need this window. Skip that. Bullshit. Okay, so there's some interesting things out there. Last week we touched up on the whole going to Mars and never coming back is what they're fucking working on, which is just fucking weird. Apparently the kid that did that high school shooting bought ammo that day.
Really?
Yeah, he bought
I didn't hear that today.
Yeah, I was reading on the internet for Yahoo that he actually bought the ammo that day, so they got him on tape, which absolutely does nothing considering he fucking offed himself.
Yeah.
You know, as tragic as that is, though, he saved the government like so much money just ending it all. So.
Yeah. You know, what kills me about that, though, is then they're going to come down with the whole fucking, you know, the gun walls, and what kills me every time is any of these shootings is 9 times out of 10 it's a shotgun. It's not a fucking AR-15. It's not an assault rifle. And I remember Joe, you know, our vice president, fucking Joe Biden, going off about it the one time, and they're like, you do realize that, like, in the past, you know, X amount of shootings that hasn't been assault rifles. It's all been shotguns. So you want to tell me how, you know, an assault rifle plays into that, please? That dude just opens his mouth and shit flies out of it. Somebody needs to fucking tell him to shut the hell up at times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, here's another one. You know how Paul Walker passed away in that tragic fucking car accident?
Yeah.
They got his brother, Cody, is going to be playing his role in the movie. And he looks just like him. It's scary.
You know what? I can handle that. I saw rumors on Twitter that Justin Bieber was going to do it, and I swear to God, I would have never watched. I would have never watched it.
I'll put it to you this way: nobody would have ever fucking seen it.
No.
Fucking shit would have bombed, you know, ridiculously. It would have been out in the theaters, and it'd be like $1 million on the first Friday it comes out, and nobody would have fucking watched it.
I don't think it would have been $1 million. People would have been like picketing and protesting in front of movie theaters and shit.
Hell yeah, I know I would have.
Oh yeah.
Shit, man.
I mean, sitting there in front of the theater, you'd be like, no, you ain't going in. You ain't going in. You know?
Yeah, this is here. Let me find the link. I'll put it in the fucking. His younger brother looks just fucking like him. That's the scary thing. I'll put it in the chat in here.
I've been editing all day, so I haven't caught up on any of my gossip today.
Yeah, it's in the chat. If you hover your cursor over on the left-hand side, the second one down is the chat box. If you click on that link.
Holy shit.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of scary on how much he looks like his fucking older brother.
Wow. That is so weird.
Yeah, it's going to be scary. I mean, it's got to be weird for them, too. I mean...
Oh, yeah.
And what sucks is they just started shooting. It's not like they, you know, were halfway done or it was already wrapped up.
Yeah.
And I was like, as long as they don't try to CGI his face on somebody else's body.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
Like they did to The Crow, I mean, where they had to at certain points.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they had that thing that was a big stink with that CGI when they did the Blu-ray with the Star Wars and they turned Yoda into a CGI instead of a Muppet.
Yeah, you know, that really pissed me off when they redid that. Like, I loved Star Wars and everything else, and then they went back and George Lucas wanted to make more money and he fucking digitally remastered it. And all of a sudden, you know, Jabba the Hutt's walking with fucking Han Solo, shit like that. And I'm like, really, dude? You gotta fucking... You had to redo this movie. I could have understood if they just were going to re-release it into the theaters, right? You know, so they can get you set up for, you know, episode 1, episode 2, and episode 3. That's cool. But when you got to sit there and be like, no, I'm going to fuck with it even more. So we're going to take the movie from way back when that was all fucking, you know, Muppets and fucking small-scale models, and then all of a sudden we're going to add CGI to it. It doesn't look right. By the time you're done, you're like, what the fuck is this shit, man?
Yeah.
That just kind of pissed me off. I'm like, really? You
know, and I remember at the time that so much of the stink of it was, too, like, they re-released it and they turned Yoda into a CGI. And within, it was like, almost kind of like back-to-back, and then Jim Henson died.
Yeah.
And it was like, dude, you just, he's rolling over in his grave. You killed his spirit. You killed the man, you know?
Yeah, Young Jay will be here shortly. He's, I guess, on the bus.
He's
on the way home. Yeah, it was
funny.
Get on
the bus.
He hopped in.
On the bus.
He hopped in real quick. He's like, yo, it's -6 degrees out, and we've got like 2 feet of snow. I was like, welcome to Canada.
Yeah.
He's like, fuck this shit. Fuck this country. I was like, yeah, well, you got free health care. I don't want to hear it. So somebody said there might have been a new update for Battlefield 4 today. I haven't played it. I don't know.
I haven't seen any update for it. I've been playing the campaign all day.
Have you? Yeah, I didn't play it at all today. I was kind of in too much pain.
Yeah.
Fucking painkillers came in today. Thank God, man. And he's like, instead of, and my doctor switches up my meds because I'll get like the oxycodone, 10 milligrams. And then he'll put it, like, you know, with the acetaminophen, and then without it. Well, this time it was without it, and not all the time does my frickin' pharmacy carry it, and in such a large quantity. So I'm like, look, just have him give me 60 pills instead of 120 like he normally gives me. I was like, I got chemo this week. I'm not going to be taking that many.
Yeah.
I was like, because I don't even know how my stomach, I don't know how my stomach's going to feel like before I go to bed tonight, actually.
I was going to say, the acetaminophen will probably be kind of harsh on your stomach.
It's not even that. That's harsh on my liver. My stomach's used to everything I throw at it as of late. But I won't even be going to sleep tonight, so probably around like midnight I'm going to have to take some anti-nausea medicine so it's in my system so when they start everything. And then I think I'm actually going to bring my tripod with me tomorrow and my fucking DSLR and...
Do some time lapse or something?
Yeah, do some time lapse, you know, where I'm sitting there. It's just going to be me sitting in a chair, but I think I'm going to start vlogging like every day of chemotherapy now, just so people can kind of understand.
That'd be cool.
The crap that, you know, you go through, because you really don't see what I go through. Like, everybody's like, so you just kind of go to the hospital? Do you go to that? And I'm like, no, I go to, it's, you know, it's an infusion room in my doctor's office that I pretty much sit down and you're pretty much just kind of like hanging out in a chair, but I'm going to have the nurses explain like what they're putting in, what they're doing, stuff like that. So
I don't think that would be a problem because, I mean, if you look over YouTube, I mean, there are tons of people that vlog their experiences through cancer and stuff. So, you know, I mean, I'm sure that there might be some nurses out there that are anal retentive and don't want their image out there, but, I mean, I'm pretty sure most... Because it's a personal journey, so I think most healthcare providers don't really mind that too much.
Well, if I have to, I'll blur out their face or some bullshit, you know? It's not like that's going to be a problem in editing. But, you know, I mean, one of the guys, Charles Trippy, he actually, he actually did a vlog where he has brain tumors. And they fucking filmed his brain surgery.
Wow.
Like, he got the doctors were cool enough to actually film the whole surgery and everything else as it was going on. And he posted it, and there's, it's called the Fine Brothers on YouTube.
Yeah.
They do, like, the YouTubers react. Well, it was like, the elderly react to brain surgery. And I saw that video. I was like, I'm like, dude, that's fucking awesome. Started following him. And he's in his second batch of chemo like I am right now, but he takes the pill for him. Lucky bastard.
Yeah.
That's all I can say, dude. Like, if I could take the pill for him, I'd fucking be happy as hell. Like, I posted something on Instagram today, and it was my lovely picture of them drawing blood out of my port. I was like, and this is going to be my life for the next 6 months.
Yeah, I see him when you post on Facebook.
Yeah, people are like, oh, God, like, that sucks. I'm like, you have no clue. It is not fun at all. But, I look at it this way. It needs, I don't know, I mean, I know that I need to start doing it because the pain that I'm having now is starting to become, I don't know if you guys can see this at all. Fuck, it's going to have like a wicked glare on it. Ah, fuck it. I'll post a fucking link to it later.
Yeah.
Actually, I'll just post it on fucking Twitter. Yeah, it's pretty fucking nasty, the shit that I'm going to have to go through. I fucking hate it, but it's one of those, if I want to live, I'm going to fucking do it.
You just suck it up.
Yep.
Live moment to moment.
Yeah, I mean, I've learned to live my life, one day at a time. And it sucks sometimes because you want to plan ahead for shit and you really can't. It's like, I got, like, I think I should be fine by the time, Cove or Stang and his wife come down and shit like that. And Cove, you guys can stay here so you don't have to fucking stay at a hotel.
Oh, yeah.
I wouldn't put you guys out like that.
Yeah, I know.
I might have to buy like a fucking air mattress or some bullshit, or maybe get a new fucking I might get a new couch. I don't know. I had the opportunity to get a fucking sleeper couch, a sofa bed, and my back was so fucked up. My dad wasn't feeling up to it. We're like, nope, not happening. And my wife's like, we're gonna have a lot of people over here in the summer. I was like, yeah, I know.
Yeah, those things are heavy, some bitches.
But there's
my couch is on both sides of my couch, and on my love seat, they do that recline thing out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And actually, believe it or not, like the love seat, it's really weird because the couch it just kind of goes into a recline, but the love seat will actually lay flat. I mean, it's almost like laying flat.
Oh wow.
But it's a love seat, so it's not really all that long, Yep.
Yeah, it's I don't know. It's my cousin was here. He was crashing on the couch. So I mean, he's like, it's not bad, but I want to make sure that I'm gonna have friends and shit come over that are coming out, and my tattoo artist might try to come out and do some guest spots down here. I'm not sure yet. But I don't want him sleeping on a fucking couch, feeling like shit or anything of that sort.
Well, an air mattress ain't really all that much.
Yeah, it's not.
Like a queen size is probably, what, like 100, something like that?
Yeah. I was looking into it because my wife and I were talking about it because, like, when her brother comes down and his wife and their, and my fucking sister-in-law and their kid, it's one of those, like, I don't want to fucking put them on separate couches and shit. And I was like, you know what? We'll just do it that way. Make life a little bit easier. Oh, man. So, yeah, it's been a fucking one hell of a day. My fucking back is all fucking sore. Yeah, not being on painkillers for like one day really, really screws me up. And you start going through detox. Like, I start going through detox because I've been doing this for the last 8 months of being on like a steady diet of opiates, and it sucks. So like, I try to detox myself every now and then when I can. And today was just not a fun day. It was like, my pain scale was probably like an 8 to 9 all fucking morning. I'm like, oh my god.
Oh man, that sucks.
And I had like 8 milligrams of fucking Dilaudid left, and I'm like, man, that's barely gonna touch this fucking pain. I know it. So I fucking popped them, and then was trying to get a hold of my doctor, and I didn't get my painkillers till like 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock tonight. I was just like, oh, this sucks. And that was at like, 9 o'clock this morning is when I took my painkillers, and my mom was like, I'm going to get you out of the house so I can calm you down. I was like, what do you mean? She's like, I know you're going stir crazy. And she's like, I know you're really nervous about tomorrow, so I'm going to, she's like, I know what's going to happen. You're going to sit around the house all day. You're going to psych yourself out for it. And somehow, some way, you're going to try to come up with an excuse not to do it tomorrow. So I was like, fuck, she knows me too well. I was like, yes, Mommy, fucking pick me up, please.
Erin just walked by. She looked, you were on the screen. She goes, what the hell is he doing having with a sweatshirt on?
Dude,
I'm
it's
like, it's 40 degrees down there. She's like,
yeah,
she's standing outside on the deck smoking a cigarette. She's like, It's 27 degrees out. I'm standing here with no coat on.
I'll tell you what, dude. I'll put it to you this way: where we're at, it's a different kind of cold because we are. I mean, we're pretty much. I'm a half mile from the ocean.
Right.
From the Gulf of Mexico.
Yeah.
So and it's always fucking humid here, no matter what. And it's always windy, and I have a ceiling fan on, so my cigarette smoke doesn't fucking cloud up my fucking camera. So every time the fucking, the wind fucking blows, I'm like, fuck, man, I'm freezing. Yeah. Eat my ass.
Oh shit!
He says, yeah, eat my ass.
Where does he want me to start?
At the back of my sack and work your way to the hole.
He says, at the back of his sack and work your way to his hole.
Kind of a girl.
Damn it.
Oh
well. Who were we talking to the other night that we were gaming with, Cobe?
What topic was it? We chatted with a lot of people.
Talking about assholes, having their asshole licked.
Oh, zero.
Yes.
Yeah.
Such a lovely topic.
Oh, by the way, Zip Zappity Zoom, Jared Silva will be here in probably about 15 minutes. So don't worry.
No, my friend, his gamer tag is Zero Flukes. He had told me at one point in time he was doing it with a girl, and while she was giving him a blowjob, she ended up licking his asshole, and then he thought it was like the angels had started singing and the heavens had opened up, and it was the greatest thing in the world.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
Oh,
we were all like, huh? Okay, dude. I'm like, I don't know about that, man. I've had a girl try it on me, and I almost punched her in the mouth.
Yeah, he's like, you gotta try it. I'm like, hell no.
Oh, yeah, so that Charles Trippy dude, they have the Guinness Book of World Record for most consecutive days vlogged on the internet.
Wow.
They've been doing it for 5 years straight.
Are they like high effort vlogs or just like?
No, they're actually really good. It's really good quality vlogs. It's pretty much what he does throughout the day. Everything's cut and pasted together. It's done really nice. I mean, it's not like a fucking not like a fucking iPhone or anything like that.
Yeah, it's not like you're walking around with a webcam,
Yeah, well, yeah, pretty much. He's got GoPros and shit like that, and everything else. I mean, it's pretty cool. I mean, after seeing him
if I still believed in Santa Claus, I'd want a GoPro for Christmas.
Dude, I'm telling you, that's what I want in the worst way now. Like, after seeing that, I really do want one so I can sit there and just... It makes life a little bit easier if I'm going to vlog instead of using my SLR, because that's just going to chew through battery life.
Well, see, one of the GoPros have, like, the Wi-Fi connection and stuff like that, so See, that's the one I want, but I think... Isn't that the one that's, like, $400 or something like that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, see, and then after I bought my Xbox One, and then I bought my kids a PS4, and then, of course, all the games, I was just like, okay, that's it. I was like, that's it. No, I have zero money for me. So.
You want to adopt, a back smasher?
Oh, that's okay. What makes it so bad, though, is that my kids have probably, because when they act out, I take it from them. So they've only probably played it like 4 days since they had it. But my oldest one, he's a real pain in the ass, that one, because he's just like fine, and then he goes and gets his PS3 and he starts playing Madden on his PS3.
Oh.
So.
See, now I would have taken everything away. That's just how I am.
I tell them, I said, man, just I don't know what it is. They have it's the stupidest chores too that they refuse to do. Like they refuse to unload the dishwasher. They refuse to take the trash to the alley. The stupidest chores. But I could tell them to go in there and clean the friggin' toilet, and they'll do that. But they won't take the trash to the alley, and they won't unload a dishwasher. It's the stupidest stuff.
See, that my kids just, I don't know, like my son Owen, he has to unload the dishwasher, clean off the counter, and put all the dishes that are in the sink into the dishwasher. Make sure the sinks are cleaned out and the traps are cleaned out. Then my oldest son, he has to sweep the floor and fill the cat water each night and make sure the cats are fed. And then my daughter, my oldest daughter, does the cat litter and then vacuuming. And then they have their Sunday chores, which is just like both bathrooms. And then that's it, And Owen also takes the trash out to the curb on Sundays. Now, this kid, Owen, I love him to death. My youngest son, he has Asperger's. So he tries to play it off like, oh, I forgot. and tries to use his, disability to his advantage. And I'm like, no, dude, you didn't forget. I have a chore chart for you.
Yeah, my kids are always like, oh, I forgot.
I don't know.
Or like I'll ask them, like they're like in the middle of a Madden match, and I'll ask them, I'm like, did you give the dog water? Did you take that trash out? I will. I'm like, okay, so you know what? When you die, I'm gonna put on your tombstone, I will.
No, my biggest one with them is I don't know. What did I tell you about doing this stuff? I don't know. And I told him, I'm like, if I keep hearing I don't know one more time, we're going to remove that from your vocabulary. And every time you do it, I'm going to make you do 100 push-ups. What? No. And the only reason, I just started that, too, because I ended up watching, Battle of the Year? I ended up watching with my wife. And there's one scene in there where the fucking dude, he was on Lost, ironically enough. He was Sawyer on Lost, and he's like, there is no I in team, so we will remove I from our vocabulary. Anytime anybody says I, everybody will do 100 push-ups. I'm like,
oh, wow.
So my whole thing is if one gets punished, they all get punished. So they make sure they're on each other about doing things. They're like, come on,
so
dude.
that's the thing that, like, my kids will like, spew out at me, too. Like, say, like, if the youngest one didn't do his chores and I take away the PS4, right?
Yep.
My oldest one's like, but Mom, I did mine. You're punishing me too. And I'm like, well then you need to be the big brother and tutelage him and make sure that he gets his shit done. Sorry.
Yep. That's, you know what, and that's how I look at it. Like, my oldest, he wants to go into the military. Like, he wants to do the ROTC and the junior ROTC stuff. Because my nephew just got into that, and he really, he's liking what he's doing. And I told him, man, I was like, dude, you're going to have to learn how to eat shit. I was like, and not literally. I was like, but dude, you think boot camp's going to be like a walk in the park if you end up going in? I was like, they're going to talk down to you, man. They're not going to be exactly your best friend.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Hold on. Zip Zappity Zoom said, don't make them do 100 push-ups. Make them do suicides for 5 minutes. Dude, they would drop in a minute. They would drop in a minute. I made my oldest do suicides with me the one day, and he was hating life.
I remember my oldest son, I want to say he was in like 7th grade, and it was football season. And the coach he had a rule that you had to go give him a down and back on the field for every minute that you were late, right?
Nice.
My son, I think practice started at 9, and he didn't wake up till like 9:40, and he's just like, well, I'm already late. And then he decided he just didn't want to go, so he just didn't go at all.
Oh,
so the next day, he went through the entire like practice, right? And then the coach says, you owe me 120 down and backs.
Oh,
I was like, and guess what? He was never, ever, ever late to practice after that. But he had to do 120 down and backs.
That sucks.
Ouch.
I'll tell you what, though, it's good to see, I don't know, like, my biggest issue is I don't want my kids being like some of these kids nowadays where they expect everything. They take everything for granted. Everything's given to them.
Yeah.
And I'm like, there's no way in hell that's going to fucking happen. And my oldest, like, I told him flat out, I'm like, I will not buy you anything electronic. You can buy it yourself with the money that you fucking make, but I'm not paying for it. He has, a 5th generation iPod Touch that he dropped. The screen's all cracked. He dropped it so many times that not just the screen is cracked, but it leaked through the LCD screen, or the LED screen, leaked through a little bit in certain spots.
Well, so see, my oldest son, I did that with him. When he first got his first iPhone, I think I got it free because it was like one of those things, you get it for free if you do the 2-year contract, and it was fine. So I got that one for free, and he probably had it maybe 4 or 5 months, and he dropped it in the locker room somewhere, and the screen shattered. He could still use it, but it was really cracked, right?
Mm-hmm.
And but thankfully, I was smart enough. I said, okay, I got the insurance on it, right? But the thing is that there was a $150 deductible, but they would replace the entire 4S for $150.
Oh, nice.
But I told him, I said, no, I got you the first one. you cough up the $150, and it took him 4 or 5 months, but he finally did odd jobs, and he works for the recreation department as a referee.
Mhm.
So it took, but he got one, but he used his own damn money for it. So now every time I tell him, okay, give me your phone, because he's like a texting machine. I'm like, give me your phone. He's like, no, I paid for it. I'm like, no, you don't pay a bill at all every month. So no, give me your phone.
That's smart, though, to be honest with you. I mean, I don't know. That's why I don't want my kids to feel like, everything should be given to them. Because at one point, when my middle two, their mom gave them whatever they wanted when she had the money. So, my oldest daughter had like a, 3DSi, or not 3DSi, had the DSi,
Yeah.
right off the fucking bat, and just like expected everything given to her. And I'm like, that's not happening, sweetheart.
Well, actually, Mr. Zippity
Welcome back,
Zappity.
Young Jay.
Hello, Young
What's-
Jay.
Howdy.
That'd be under.
Fuck Canada, fuck this cold ass weather.
See, angry Canadian.
Angry
No,
Canadian.
frozen angry Canadian. Get it right. God damn. Hey, that's work. Good. I am warmer than a frozen bottle of pop. I give up.
All right, so you were saying,
Oh, I was just
Zippity.
going to say that I was going to tell Zip Zappity in the chat. He was saying that he never understood people with cracked screens. After he paid that $150 to replace his phone, he went and worked again and saved up $50 for one of them OtterBox things. So and I keep hearing that it's totally worth the money. So and
the
he-
OtterBox cases
So-
and the Life cases are better than the OtterBox because they're waterproof, like literally waterproof. I scared the crap out of my wife when I have one for my Samsung freaking Galaxy S3,
Mhm.
and I was like, I told my kid, I'm like, chuck me my phone, and I'm in the pool, he guns it at me, I dropped it, picked it up, and was taking pictures under the water, and she was like, what are you doing? And I'm like, got a new case. I'm like, oh.
You're a jackass.
No, I already had a case for it, dude. She's like, oh my god. I'm like, works for me.
The fuck, dude.
Oh, the maple is frozen tonight. They couldn't-
Two words for you, Palpatine. Fuck you.
Man, I like me some maple syrup, man. I can't believe it's frozen tonight.
I'll tell you what, the one place I actually like getting syrup from, but I hate their food, is Cracker Barrel.
Yeah.
Just not a fan of the food. We had to go, my niece came down, so we all went out to breakfast, and we went there. And I can honestly say, like, I wasn't really thrilled with the breakfast I got. And it's expensive as fuck, and it was massive. And I'm like, I should have just gotten fucking biscuits and fucking sausage gravy. God damn.
Oh, man, I'm telling you. This is one place, I don't even know if they have it anymore. It used to be down there in the south. And I haven't seen them in forever, but it was a restaurant. It was called Po Folks.
Yep, Po Folks.
And they had some of the best sausage gravy in the... I hated the
Yeah.
rest of their food, but they had really good sausage gravy.
They
I
had
don't
really
even
good-
know if they have it anymore.
The fried okra was pretty good, and then they had the moon pies, which were awesome.
Oh, yeah, the okra was good. Yeah,
And you
got
drank
that.
out of fucking mason jars and shit
Mason jars.
like that. Yep.
I don't even know if they have it anymore, but it was called Po Folks.
Yep. I don't think they do. My grandparents actually took me to one. There was one up in Pennsylvania when I lived up there, and it was fucking awesome because I remember going there as a kid, and it ended up getting turned into a different bar called Hobos, which was kind of like,
Okay.
yeah. And they kind of tried to do the whole fucking like the same thing as that.
Yeah.
It was just weird to me. I was like, whatever.
Yeah, see, I like good old... But see, now everybody wants to be healthy and stuff. I'm telling you, back then no one cared how fattening that sausage gravy was because it tasted good.
Bob
Yeah.
Evans' sausage gravy is pretty solid.
Don't they? He has restaurants now, too, don't they?
Yeah, they
Bob
got
Evans?
Yeah, there's an ass ton of them. We actually just had one closed down. I was like, what? And the place was packed every day, too. Like, I think
Wow.
they ended up moving because the rent for where they were at was just, like, extremely fucking through the roof. And they were right next to a fucking bar that was open just about all the fucking time.
We had a
Wow.
restaurant here. I don't know. I can't remember if they were all over, if it was just based in Michigan. Perkins restaurant. There was one in the town next to me, and the owners or corporate walked in middle of lunch and shut the place down.
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn, you know, I should send Wiggy a fucking invite so I can make fun of the Cowboys.
Dude, did you see his post on Facebook this morning?
No, I didn't even see it.
Apparently, Tony Romo was at the Children's Hospital out in fucking Dallas, fucking doing autographs for kids.
That's cool.
Yeah. He's like, all the hell he's getting, and he's still doing this.
Well, you know what? I mean, you think about it, dude. You can't let it get to you. I mean, you lose, you know. Granted, he's not one to blame either, man. He's one of the few people to blame because he did throw 2 interceptions at the end.
Yeah.
But I was watching, what the hell was it? Sports Nation today. And Marcellus Wiley, that dude defended the crap out of him.
Yeah.
And, you know, he was like, well, you know, that first interception that Romo threw, it's because it was a run with an option to throw. And nobody blocked, like, and the way the receiver had to come across the line to block Clay Matthews, and that's when he did his spin move, and then gunned it, you know, into the dude's fucking hands. Well, my whole thing on that one was that was a botched play. Should have just stuck with the run.
Yeah.
You know, if your play is gonna be botched, okay. Well, and he's like, oh, well, he should have done this, and you know, they could have called an audible. I'm like, well, he's a quarterback as well. He should be able to make the audible at the fucking line.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the difference between a pro quarterback and Tony Romo. That's 1. 2, the defense, man. The defense fucking gave up. They were up, what, 20 fucking 3-3 at the fucking half?
Yeah, some shit like that.
And they let them come back to fucking win? That's what I was saying. I was like, you know what? That's fucking sad. When the defense can just... Dallas's defense was terrible. And that's 2 games in a row that they've just straight got shat on. And by 2 backup quarterbacks, pretty much, if you think about it.
Oh, fuck.
So there was that, and then there was another one. If anybody watched the Pittsburgh game or heard about it, Pittsburgh's the Bengals punter got a broken jaw last night from a block.
Oh, fuck.
And yeah, if you guys want, go fucking look that up on Twitter or on YouTube. Oh my God, this dude, and there was no penalty whatsoever, and it was a helmet to jaw.
Oh.
Like, when he came up and fucking hit him, dude, the dude's helmet just smashed into the bottom of his jaw.
Dude.
And Marcellus Wiley was like, oh, that's not a dirty hit. I was like, are you? And he's like, oh, he hit shoulder pad before he hit it. I tweeted to him today, I'm like, do you need glasses in your old age? I was like, because the last time I checked, the top of his helmet smashed into the bottom of his chin. If he caught shoulder pad and then came up, that would have been completely different. If he hit the center of his chest and it came up and popped him in the chin, that's understandable. But it was, I mean, there's literally a picture, dude, where it looks like he just smashed, like, it. You barely see the dude's fucking head because that's how hard he hit him when he smashed him in the jaw.
Fuck.
Dude's freaking jaw was wired shut the whole fucking line. I was like, oh my God. And I'm waiting for the NFL to actually do something because they need to fucking... I understand it's in play and he can get blocked, but dude, I mean, when it's a punter and you're like, oh, I'm going to take it out on him, and you pretty much just ended the dude's season now. I mean, granted, there's not that many games left, but he can't play in the playoffs if they make the playoffs.
Yeah, exactly.
And, I mean, the dude has his mouth wired shut now.
Fuck.
I know what that's like, dude. That sucks.
Dude, that's something I'm happy about. I've never had my jaw wired shut, fuck.
Yeah, I've had that once, and that's because I took a fucking frying pan to the fucking face.
Ooh.
Oh.
Yep. My kid's crazy mother.
Easy.
We got into a fucking argument, and then she was a spiteful fucking broad, and I was coming into the bedroom in the middle of the fucking night, and she fucking rocked me right in the fucking face with it. Caught me here. I blame her for having a butt chin. That's why I have a fucking goatee. But I remember, like, going to... I was... It didn't knock me out, but I was stunned like a motherfucker. And by the time I got myself together, I went to yell at her, and then I felt everything shift. And it was one of those,
wow.
and I'm like, oh, that sucks. Like, grabbed it. I was like, I'm going to fucking kill you. Went to the hospital. Like, what happened? Fell down steps. Like, my biggest... Well, see, she was great for like trying to throw sucker punches and this and that, and that's one of the reasons why we're not together.
I hate sucker punchers. I really do.
Like, I'd walk into the house, I'd get everything ready, and then like I remember I'm like going back out because I had to go to work, and out of nowhere I just see this fist and take a step back and watch it go like zipping by my face and just kind of shove her away. I'm like, you need to knock it off. I was like, one of these times it's gonna suck. I don't believe in hitting women, but you hit me enough times, I'm gonna knock the hell out of you. Like
Well, see, I don't believe that men should hit women, but I do believe that if a woman puts herself in a man's position, then the man has the right to what I call the get the hell off me move. You know, you just give her one good shove, get the hell off me. And if she keeps coming, you just get the hell off me.
Yeah, I mean, I can honestly say I've never had to hit a female and never want to. Well, never, you know, I don't want to be in that kind of situation. I've had 2 crazy ex-girlfriends that one of them, I saw a hammer go flying by my face and was like, I'm out. I didn't even want to try to stay and restrain her because that's how, like, grabbed my stuff and pieced out. And the cops showed up because the hammer went through the wall. The neighbors heard the arguing, and I'm out front. And the cops show up and they're like, you okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. She just chucked a hammer at my fucking head. They're like, all right, well, we'll come back with us so we can get all your stuff. And then I'm like, all right, cool. Loaded everything up in my car and pieced the hell out. I was like, I am done. I was like, sorry, not happening, sweetheart. You're going to sit there and gun shit at my head? Mm-mm. And her brother came over and he's like, I heard you hit my sister. I'm like, yeah, where did I hit her? Where's the bruise, you fucking ass clown? Yeah, her brother was the type that like wanted to kick my ass from day one because I had tattoos. And
so he was just looking for a reason.
Oh yeah, I ended up beating the balls off the dude later on. Like we were at a bar. I was at a bar in Delaware, hanging out with a bunch of friends and shit, and we were drinking, and it was one of my buddy's shows. And he came in, and he knew where I was at. I guess he talked to his sister, and he came in looking for me. And he's like, I'm gonna fuck you up. And I was like, yeah, dude, there's a time and a place for everything. I was like, right now is not the time nor the place. I was like, if you want to settle this later on, I was like, I'm pretty sure I can talk to that guy at the end of the fucking bar. And he was like, what's he gonna do? I'm like, he'll actually set up a sanctioned fight where you and I can sit there and go toe to toe. I was like, you want to sit there and do it that way? We can. That's fine by me. And her brother's like 6 foot plus, and that's when I was doing the, you know, Muay Thai and the Jiu-Jitsu, and I was weighing in at like 155. I was like, fuck it, let's do this shit. I have no problem swinging at you, dude. I was like, you strap on those fucking little, you know, 6-ounce gloves, and we'll go toe to toe. Let's go. And, you know, he's like, all right, fine, we'll fucking do this shit. I couldn't believe he fucking said yes to it. So 2 weeks later, there was actually a fight they were having in town, and he fucking set it up. We were the first fucking match.
What?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, dude. I ended up breaking the dude's nose, his eye socket, and his jaw.
Oh, my face hurts.
I ended up... Well, dude, I did wrestling in high school, and I played football, and I did everything else.
Yeah.
And I ended up dragging him... Like, you know, I did a takedown, and I squared myself up, and it sounds gay, but, I was on top, and I was leaning on him, and I frickin' shot back and came through with a fucking elbow, and I caught him right here.
Oh, yeah.
And that's when it, like, caught him with the first one, and it dazed him, and I just started, hammer fisting, like, right in the fucking face. And they're like, it's done. 45 seconds in, and I picked him up. Picked him up when I was done. I was like, we done? We good? And he's sitting there all dazed, shook my hand. I was like, all right.
The fuck happened?
And afterwards, and it was funny, like, afterwards, he was like, dude, he's like, I kind of have a lot of respect for you. I'm like, why? What's the matter? He's like, I really thought you're going to try to keep kicking my ass. I'm like, it's a sanctioned fight. Like, if it's done, it's done. I'm not going to hold any grudges with you. I was like, you really want to settle it again? We'll go out back and I'll beat the balls off you some more. But I'm pretty sure you might want to get some medical attention. And it was nasty, dude. He came over like 2 weeks later, and I was still dating his sister at that time. He came over, and his eye from like here over was bloodshot red.
Ooh.
And it was just like that. You know how when bruising starts to, like when shit starts to heal? So he had that green fucking bruise. Fucking jaws all wired shut. I'm like, here, have a milkshake.
Oh, fuck.
I had a buddy die from that shit, actually, from his mouth jaw being wired shut. They tell you not to drink, like, excessively, and he was getting drunk, and I'm like, dude, don't get drunk, man. I was like, you're going to end up fucking puking, and you're not going to be able to, get it out of your mouth quick enough. He's like, I'll be fine. I'm like, all right, man. and he got shit-faced drunk and choked on his own vomit.
Oh,
Fuck.
what a way to go.
I was like, man, like it was. I ended up leaving. He was at a party, and I was like, guys, you need to keep an eye on him. I was like, I got to go to work and make sure he doesn't do anything stupid. And I kicked myself for the longest time for that one. I was like, why the fuck did I go to work? Why didn't I?
Because you ain't his keeper. That's why.
Yeah, but a lot of my friends to me are like family. Like we always took.
Well,
care of our own.
I even my own family. I'm not,
Mm-hmm.
they're grown. I'm not their keeper. I have kids of my own. That's my charge now.
Yeah.
So it sucks, but that's just life.
Yeah, it does suck. I've lost a lot of friends from stupid shit too.
Well,
It's cold out here, ain't it, dear?
all it takes is one little act of
You realize I'm
stupidity
live.
I don't give a shit.
to
All right.
ruin your life.
She ain't proud.
Did you guys hear? My nipples are hard.
No, I said my nipples are protruding.
Huh?
Different. I said my nipples are protruding.
Oh, protruding. My bad. Big words.
I don't give a shit if they hear me.
Oh, just say
They've never seen titties
as-
before.
as long as they don't
You-
see a picture of you or you snoring.
Boy, in the
If
video.
you do that again, I'll kill you.
Yeah, I'm amazed that my balls are still intact from that one.
Yeah.
See, a smart woman lets you think that she's forgotten about it, and then that's when she gets you back.
Obviously.
Oh yeah.
No, yeah, she's got the fucking memory of an elephant at times.
I was supposed to
too.
say, like 2 or 3 years from now, you're gonna do something stupid, and she's gonna do something. She's like, "Yep, remember that time?"
Just keep in mind that I'm the one that cleans up.
Mm-hmm. I know. Like I said, I'm gonna lose my testicles as this woman at some point in my life. She's gonna be like, "You beat cancer. Now I'm gonna beat you." Yeah, I'll smash back at cancer, and then I'm gonna smash you in the face. That's it's that lovely love-hate relationship. She loves to hate me.
I think anybody who's been married longer than like 5 years has a love-hate relationship.
Well, we haven't been married for 5 years, but we definitely have been together for just about 5, if not longer. Feels like forever.
Know each other since we were kids.
I love her, though. If it wasn't, I'd honestly can say if she wasn't in my life, I'd be screwed on a lot of situations. She actually helped me get my kids back and everything else. Shit like that, so... See, she's good for something other than, picking up after me.
Yeah, check the back smasher.
I don't have 4 kids. I had 5.
Yeah, see? She's got 5 kids.
5
Yep.
kids, college.
5 kids, college, full-time job, and one of them has cancer. Dude, you know what? Honestly, when they do that whole, Mother's Day, thing on Ellen DeGeneres, I'm gonna fucking send in for her. She works granted she works a part-time job, but she's going to school fucking part-time as well. Takes care of the kids, makes dinner, shit like that. Takes care of me when I'm all jacked up from chemotherapy and shit. So, I'm pretty sure she's deserving of fucking having some sort of vacation.
Oh hell yeah.
And if I could, I'd fucking ship her off on a vacation by herself with my mom.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's like, what
That
do
would
they
be
do?
heaven.
Like,
That would be heaven.
Yes, it would.
guys have that, what do they call that, like a mancation? And so you should do
Yeah.
that, but for her.
Well,
Just send her somewhere, to wherever she wants to go.
Well, my dad and I were talking this year about sending for Mother's Day, having my mom and my wife go to a day spa and just have a full day there, and let them
There you
just
go.
relax and shit like that. And I was like, that's a good idea. He's like, yeah. He's like, we'll go half. So I'm like, all right. And he's like, I'll probably end up paying the whole thing. You can pay me back whenever. I'm like, whatever, dude. But I was like, because my mom. I mean, you think about it. My mom is also a big help with me as well. My parents drive me to chemotherapy when she's at work because we only have one car, and then my mom helps me out, helps out with the kids drastically. I mean, at one point, my daughter lost the daycare. I don't know, we lost subsidized daycare because I got laid off from my job, so I was at home all the time. And then all of a sudden, I found out I had cancer. So my mom was taking my daughter every day, the baby, which isn't a fucking easy feat.
No.
And it was in the process of potty training too, so it was like, oh god.
Ooh.
Oh, jeez.
She was the easiest one to potty train though.
I was
What's
going
it-
to say, it took me forever for my boys.
I'll tell you what, my
I finally taught them how to pee off the porch, and they liked that. So
Owen
they wouldn't pee in the toilet, but they'd go pee on a tree.
Owen was the hardest, to be honest with you. He was the laziest. To the point where like we had to put like a fucking plastic sheet on the bed because he would just he was afraid of the dark. So and he didn't tell us. He's not great on fucking telling us how everything is. So all of a sudden, and he was sneaky about it. Like he'd pee the bed, get dressed, change, clean everything off, and then shove the covers underneath the bunk bed. So I'm like,
Oh, wow.
I'm like, what is that smell? And then I'm like, where are all the sheets? And then there's like 2 weeks worth of shit. What's going on, Sean?
What's happening?
John, what's up, man?
Hey, what's up, guys? What's up?
What's up?
This is one of the other guys from that we game with.
Word. You might hear a little 2-year-old yelling and talking. Sorry about that if you do.
No worries, dude.
Actually, my oldest son, he's playing Madden right now, like 10 feet from me, and sometimes when he doesn't like the call, you might hear someone just yell, and I promise it's just him raging at the Madden game.
I was on, what the hell? I was searching YouTube the other day. I think it was probably like 4 o'clock in the morning, finding like the darker side of YouTube. And it was one of the kids, I think it was at like UMG fucking Dallas. And the kid,
That's Colin. Sorry. I'm listening to you.
Hi, Colin.
and this kid like he was talking trash, but like hit the highest high note I have ever heard in my life. Like he said, "You guys are trash," and all of a sudden it was like, "Roar," like like it sounded like someone kicked him in the crotch. He's like, "You guys are trash," and I'm like, "Oh my god, this is wrong," but God, it's hilarious. And he's like standing up, vein in the middle of his forehead's bulging out, flipping out and whatnot.
My son has a octave that I've never heard before in a young male when he gets excited and screams. It's piercing
Yeah.
through one ear and into the brain and through the other. I don't.
Oh,
I'll be right back. I gotta have something to drink.
all right.
Yeah. So what did I interrupt? What were we talking about here?
Oh, random stuff.
Yeah, just random stuff.
So who
Life.
is everyone? Because I don't know. Who are you, lady with the purple?
Other
I'm Devney Interactive. So,
Oh, okay. Right on. Sweet. I'm CSU Dog, but my name doesn't show up like that.
Ah.
Can you say hi? You can say hi.
Hi, Colin.
Hi.
Hi, Colin.
You show me your ball.
You got a ball?
You got a
I
ball?
don't know if this is like kosher for the show or not.
Oh, you got a soccer ball.
Yeah.
Yeah?
No.
Okay. Can you say bye bye? Okay. Say bye bye. There's people trying to talk. Okay. Say bye bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
There's been
Dad, I don't
commenters.
want to go.
Horrible dad. Why is his kid dancing around and he's on the internet? Screw you guys. You don't know.
I saw a video this morning. It really kind of pissed me off a little bit. And someone, I think it was up there in New York or Albany or something like that, was on one of those like frozen ponds in the Albany State Park or something, and they had this baby in a car seat, and they were like the kid was in a car seat, and they were just like gliding him across the lake.
Oh, jeez.
And they said the ice was only like 1.5 inches thick. I mean, it was like so. I was like, oh, it really pissed me off. I was like, someone needs to go get that baby, and just give me that baby. I'll take better care of that baby. You know?
Yeah.
My daughter apparently just climbed underneath her bed. Let me tweet Jared and see if he's going to show up tonight or not.
Oh crap. Sorry, I'm still here fixing something.
No worries, dude.
And no problem, Sean. So we're gonna get entertained by Colin.
I was fixing to say we got a future YouTube star in the making.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Daddy. I'm drinking.
You drink? I think he says he's drinking.
What's going on, buddy?
Hey, Colin.
You're gonna have to title this one like the Terrible 2 Takeover or something. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Jeez Louise. Oh man.
Dude, I'm telling you, I've learned this. It's not the terrible twos. It's like fucking.
It's threes.
It's threes, man.
It's threes.
Oh, my
Tell me
Lord.
that.
My-
I'm in
my-
2. It doesn't get worse.
it gets worse,
What are
bro.
you doing to me?
It gets worse.
It's when they learn how to stomp their foot and say no,
Ugh.
or fall down on the ground and just.
You know
I'm
what?
telling you, it's the threes.
I can honestly say my youngest daughter, she doesn't do that. She plays passive aggressive. So you're like, come on, Soph. Nope. And lays on the ground and just lays there.
Oh, that's what I get now.
So
My
I just,
youngest one did that in a grocery store.
Mhm.
I wouldn't buy something, and it was probably like 2 or 3, I forget what it was, and I left him on the aisle. I mean, I took my cart and I just kept on walking, and I turned the corner and I went back up the next aisle, and the next thing I know, I start hearing him screaming, "Mom!" I was like, man, I ain't tolerating that. I'll leave you. I don't care. So.
Well, it's a good thing you said mom and not bomb. I think you would have had a different approach in life.
Yeah, no, he started screaming, "Mom!" But he never did that no more. He never fell down and pitched a fit in the middle of a aisle in the supermarket anymore.
so Papa said you should make it a 3-day if feasible. It would make it sweeter than 1 day. I don't know what the hell he's talking about.
It's like one of those texts probably not meant for you.
About your wife, the day spa.
Oh, the day spa? Yeah.
Yeah, that's what he's talking about.
You have that kind of money?
Yeah.
You can send her to Alani for about 3 days.
I honestly,
That's really nice.
I was half tempted to put her and my mom on a cruise. Just because, I mean, they do so much for us and everything else. And my dad would be utterly lost without my freaking mom, which is funny. Like, she went on vacation for a week, and I came over and had to cook meals for him and shit. I'm like,
wow.
I'm like, Pop, you hungry? He's like, oh, I'll just throw something in the microwave. And I'm like, your refrigerator's empty, dude. I'm gonna make you some dinner. I'm like, what are you, lazy? And he's like, I just don't feel like cooking. Like, he went fishing every day. Like, we go fishing. No, he can cook. He just didn't want to. Because, like, he'd come home with, like, you know, probably like 4 pounds of fish each day. But he just kind of was like, I don't feel like cooking. It's just me. So I took all his fish and whatnot, and I'm like, all right, well, I started marinating everything, and I'm like, okay, so here's dinner for today, here's dinner for tomorrow, and the next freaking week, and, like, made it sure it was all individually packaged for him.
See, I'm on a quest these days because I found this really great deal on tilapia fish. It was like the fillets too, 22 cents a pound. I bought a ton of tilapia. So now I'm like, trying to find different.
Where from the South are you?
Atlanta.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and we have, I think my freezer right now is like stocked full of like nothing but like tilapia, red drum, sheep's head, mahi.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, dude. It's my dad constantly goes fishing like every other day. Like the past 4 months since I haven't had chemotherapy and he doesn't have to drive me, he's like, this has been great. And I'm like, why? What's going on? He's like, I come over to your house. He's like, you're usually.
People do to the fucking TV.
All right, young Jay.
There's Jay.
Angry Canadian.
Yeah, the fucking raging. Yeah, raging Jay.
It's unplug the box.
See, now I'm on a mission. I want to find like as many different recipes and marinades as I can for just so it's not always like the same old thing.
Here's
so.
2 different ones. You can do the lemon butter, which is really nice. Like honestly, just do pan fry.
Going to fix itself. Do not fucking touch it. Just leave it. The TV shall fix itself.
A lot of anger about fish right now happening.
All right, so pretty much what.
Ian beat me to it.
Yeah. So what I usually do is you can pan fry it and just use like a garlic butter,
Mhm.
and then and when it's done, just kind of take like lemon wedges and just squeeze it on top.
Yeah.
Or the other one that I do is orange juice and Old Bay seasoning, and just let it
See,
marinate.
I gotta, someone else had mentioned to me Old Bay seasoning, and believe it or not, because I live in Nowhereville, Kansas, and so I actually got the local store to order in some Old Bay seasoning for me because they didn't even carry it.
Oh God, you're in
So-
Kansas. I forgot about that one.
Yeah.
Where in Kansas are you?
Nowhereville.
Oh, man.
I'm 90 miles due west of Wichita.
Oh wow.
I had to go through. I was at a wedding in Kearney, Nebraska, and I think I flew into Kansas and drove.
Mhm.
I've never been in a car for a 3-hour period that felt like approximately 6.5 weeks.
Yeah.
Welcome to Kansas.
Awful.
I'm telling you, man. I'm like 90 miles is like Wichita, and see, and here's my thing: Wichita's like the biggest city in Kansas, and so, but even Wichita, I mean, I come from Atlanta. Wichita's an overgrown suburb. It's not a city.
Where
Okay.
in Atlanta are you from?
Actually, I grew up in just southeast of Atlanta. It's still the metro area, but Lithonia, Georgia.
I live in Greenville, South Carolina. I'm upstate South Carolina.
Oh, okay.
I'm about 3 hours away from Lithonia.
I've been to Greenville a couple of times.
It's freaking sweet.
Oh, no.
Actually, believe it or not, I got a ticket for public drunkenness in Spartanburg, South Carolina once. But it was total entrapment. I'm telling you, it was total entrapment. We were sitting in this bar, and I want to say it was like Greer, South Carolina, or something like that.
That's
I
where I
forget what it
live.
was. We were sitting in this bar. It was across the street from some trailer place, and I was sitting in a bar, and apparently the police came in and they were doing some type of raid, or they were checking something. I guess people were doing stuff in that bar that they shouldn't have been doing, right? So they were shutting the bar down. They told everyone they had to leave. So I'm leaving and everything, and I was at the pool table, and I had a beer in my hand, right? I walked out the door, and the cops said, go through the door and then hang a right. Well, I had a beer in my hand, and I saw that there was a trash can to the left. So as I walked out the door, I turned left to put that beer in the trash can. And since I guess I don't know, they wrote me a ticket for public drunkenness because
That's like the dude from the Redneck Comedy Show, and he goes, I wasn't drunk in public, I was drunk in the bar, they threw me into public.
Yeah.
Ron White.
Ron White.
There it is.
Yeah,
That's,
I wasn't, but that's what I'm saying. I mean, it was, I'm just, I don't know. I'm surprised they didn't get me for open container too, but they got me for public drunkenness
I can honestly
because I
say
didn't follow there.
I have not gotten nailed for public drunkenness.
that's good.
No, I've got nailed. No, I
Beneficial
got
thing to be able to say.
I got nailed for indecent exposure because I was taking a leak outside in my own house.
You're lucky you didn't get put on the list.
I was going to say,
Yeah.
Don't they put you on a list now for that?
Yeah, now, but we're talking like 10 years
Oh.
ago. So I mean, my
Yeah.
cousin got nailed for that one for streaking.
Oh, jeez.
I was
Actually,
like, what
I-
the fuck? What were you doing streaking in the
It's a
middle
very
of
secure
winter?
dude.
I actually lived in Greer for about a month while I was training for a job.
Did you really?
Yeah, Ryan's Fenway Steakhouse.
Oh, right on, yeah. I used
Yeah,
to eat the crap out of some Ryans when I was a kid.
Oh yeah, yep. Worked there, came down there. They did all their management training there at the corporate office, and
Yep.
they had us housed at an apartment complex, probably about 3-4 miles down the road.
That's like the Ryan's corporate deal on Wade Hampton is
Yeah.
2 miles from my house.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
this
that
was back
pissed me
in,
off, man.
Well, your first issue is you went to Spartanburg. Nothing good happened.
Yeah.
Listen, no, it was actually okay. But I used to be a manager at Waffle House, and there was a Waffle House like one exit away, and we were having like a district meeting and stuff. That was the only reason why I was in, because my hotel was actually in Greenville.
Still not a good
And-
enough reason.
And I was just like, anyway, but I remember that everyone was like, no, you got to go to this bar. It was across the street from some trucking place. I want to say it was like a Swift or something, like Swifty or some shit like that. Anyway, it was across the street, and everyone was like, no, you got to go, up here because they have good. And it was the first time I had ever tried a Jaeger bomb. And it was the last time I ever tried a Jaeger bomb.
In Spartanburg
So-
and Jaeger bomb. That's two just awful.
Yeah.
Jaeger and I have a love-hate relationship. I black out from Jaeger, apparently.
Ugh.
And when we were throwing a party, we just got done doing a show down in Philly, and then we had like the after party at our house. And of course, we were like one of the opening acts for the Jägermeister music tour. So they gave us a whole crap ton of, like, we went into our green room, which was like a closet, but there was like stacks of fucking Jägermeister.
Oh,
So
wow.
we're throwing them into our duffel bags when we're done.
Hell yeah, man.
You were in a band?
Yeah, been in numerous bands.
I'd have done a Yukon pack, man.
So we had, I had a freaking duffel bag that was probably about, 4.5 feet fucking long, and I'm just sitting there like stuffing it in between shirts and everything else, and they're like, where are you guys going? I'm like, I'm going to go do laundry at the house, and then we're going to go hit the road tomorrow morning. They're like, all right. I'm like, but we're going to have the after party at the house, so whoever wants to come over, come on over. And we had, a 5-bedroom house, and as we're walking out of the freaking place, just clang, 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 over to the freaking band, put it in, get over there, and we're just, we were doing freaking Jaeger bombs all night, and I think I ended up drinking about a fifth of Jaeger that night.
Oh, those are called vomit bombs.
And I don't know, dude, I don't throw up, but I don't remember what the heck happened. And all of a sudden, I thought I was taking a dump in the toilet, and apparently I was shitting in my dishwasher.
Holy shit.
It was like drop trout, was sitting there, and I came out of the blackout and was like, what the hell am I? Grabbed the paper towel, wiped my butt, closed the lid, and I'm like, all right. So as we're leaving, I show out like $300, dropped it on the countertop, and they're like, what's that? I'm like, guys, tomorrow I buy a new dishwasher. And they're like, why? I'm like, don't open it up, just like if you can, unbolt it and get it the hell out of there.
Oh.
And they're like, what's in there? I'm like, you don't want to know. Let's just put it that way. And we're on the road, and all of a sudden I get a text message. What the hell did you do to the freaking dishwasher? I was like, I dropped a deuce in it, man. And they're like, how did you end up dropping a deuce in the freaking... They're like, how drunk were you last night? I'm like, we came home with 10 bottles. They're like, yeah. I'm like, how many bottles are left? They're like, 4. I was like, yeah, one of those was mine. And they were cracking
real
up.
Story.
Yes, this is a real story. And they're like, you crapped in our dishwasher. I said, yep. I said, I left $300 on the freaking, end table. They're like, yeah, we got that with a note. I was like, good deal. Get the new dishwasher. And they're like, all right, no problem, man.
That's like Ron Burgundy. Like, I'm not mad. I'm actually kind of impressed.
They weren't pissed. They're just like, what the They're like, we know you black out. They're like, I can't believe. I'm like, don't ask, dude. I was straddling the door as it was down. And like,
wow.
tucked in there was like, and I remember coming to, and I'm like, what am I doing here? And I'm like, this is really uncomfortable. And the bathroom was,
stories I've ever heard.
And like the bathroom was maybe like 5 feet away. But there were there were 2 girls in the bathroom powdering their nose for all I know, and I'm like, all right, I'm done. Wiped, closed the lid, locked it. I was like, don't touch, don't.
My youngest one had done that. It was just last year, and my youngest one, he's 13. But I think he was sleepwalking or something. I forget what he was doing, but he gets up in the middle of the night, and he goes down the hallway, and he had to pee. He goes past the bathroom, comes to my bed, and he's standing right next to my bed, and he takes a piss. I was like, dude, you... And he was like, he's sitting there like half asleep and stuff. He was like,
If I couldn't see y'all's faces, I wouldn't believe that you're real people, because these stories are so bizarre.
Apparently when I was like 10 years old, I went through like a bout of sleepwalking, my mom said. And we lived in a condo, so it was all 1 floor. And I remember, like, I don't remember, but I remember the next morning my mom's like cleaning out the freaking trash can in the bathroom. And she's like 10 o'clock at night, I heard you, like, get out of the room, you go into the bathroom, and all of a sudden I hear water hitting, like, the floor. Because it was a tiled floor. And she's like, what the hell was going on? She's like, I walk in, I hear you flush the toilet, and you walk out, and the trash can is full of pee. I don't remember that. And then apparently, like, the next night, I walked out. It was like 11 o'clock at night. My parents were just kind of hanging out watching TV. And I walked down to my bedroom, walked into the kitchen, grabbed a spoon and a bowl, and was like, my mom's like, you hungry? I went, yup. Put it down and then went back to bed. And she was like, I did it for like a week, and that was it. Like they were all freaked out. You know, they're like, "Oh, we're gonna get him a psychologist, psychiatrist, something. You know, there's something wrong with him."
There's nothing wrong with that.
And of course, like, well, see, I'm adopted, so they instantly were like, "Well, maybe we're not doing something right." And I'm like, "You've had me for 8 years." If I felt like something was not right, pretty sure it would have been before that.
Yeah.
I had a friend who was on Ambien, and she's like this petite, cute, 130-pound girl, and she like came to church. She was a volunteer in my youth group, and she came to church one day and was like, I had the weirdest experience last night. And I was like, well, what happened? She said, I woke up and I had like 26 tacos from Taco Bell in my lap, and 3 of them were unwrapped, and the rest of them were just laying on my bed. And I said, what the heck happened? Chick was on Ambien, sleepwalking, got in her car, drove to Taco Bell, came home, threw them all over her bed, ate like 2 or 3, and went to sleep.
Yep.
Wow.
When we had that,
Don't take that anymore.
when we had that 5-bedroom house, we had a roommate that would use that to go to sleep. And
Oh.
for about a month, he would wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning and make eggs for everybody. Because we were usually just coming home, and we thought he was awake. And he's like, man, he's like, I am so tired. I don't know what the heck's going on. He's like, I went to bed at like 7 o'clock last night. And I'm like, no, dude, you were up at 2. He's like, no, I wasn't. I'm like, yeah, you were. I was like, you cooked scrambled eggs for the whole entire house and like fried potatoes. He's like, no, I didn't. I'm like, yeah, you did. Go look in the sink, man. And he's like, no way. So we ended up taping him, dude. And you could sit there, and his eyes were open, but just had this blank look on his face. Because the first time we're like, Mike, what are you doing? Nothing. Gonna make some food.
That's Bizarro World, man.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
like it creeped me out. Like I'm like, you know, I'm like, hello, you okay, dude? And he's like, I'm fine. What's going on? Gonna make some breakfast. I'm hungry. And for like a month he did it, and we're like, all right, whatever. And of course, none of us being the dicks we weren't gonna say anything to him. Just like, and then finally he was like, man, I'm so tired. I don't know what my problem is. And I'm like, you're up every night at like, you know, from the hours of 12 to like 4. And he's like, no way. So we videotaped it so he could see it. And he's like, well, at least I know I can cook breakfast when I'm sleeping.
It was something edible. He wasn't throwing like pepper shakers and small
No, dude, it was perfect. Like he'd sit there and like right over the freaking skillet, put everything in and make some wicked, you know, freaking scrambled eggs and fried potatoes. I was like, this is great, man. I was like, we come home from the bar sloppy drunk, and we got him freaking making us and sobering us all.
Man, I wouldn't. I'm telling you, man, nothing like some good breakfast stuff when you come home from the bar, man.
Oh, hell yeah.
I'm telling you, that's why Waffle Houses are like so popular, man. Because
Waffle House,
you gotta go
Denny's.
to a Waffle House after you hit the bars.
I worked at a Denny's when I
That's
was
wide open.
Yep, I worked at a Denny's. I worked the bar rush, is what it was. I started at 12 and ended up, it was like 12 to 8 every night for like a month, and I ended up having to quit because I couldn't stand. Ugh, hated
I just
that
want to show
shit.
you guys. That's happened at my house right now.
Oh my goodness!
Is he dancing?
We'll just do that.
He's doing
Nope.
the Harlem Shake.
No pants and wearing my shoes.
He's doing the Harlem Shake.
Gotta love it, man. I'll tell you what, that's the one thing that has always cracked me up. Like, my daughter was always great for running around, doing the same thing, trying on, like, everybody's shoes, and, of course, was just wearing a diaper. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? You see her, like, clopping around. I'm like, Seth, take my boots off. You're going to fall down. No, but I like them. And, like, flings one of them across the room. I'm like, all right, someone's going to get
Colin,
hurt.
what are you doing in Daddy's shoes, bud? Falling down. Yep, there it is. Matter of
it's-
11 feet.
It's hilarious because my daughter, well, it's not funny that she's got a broken toe, but it's the way she walks. She, like, keeps her left leg stiff, so she'll take a step and, like, swing her leg out. So she waddles around the house, and because she walks on her heel until you give her medicine. And then that kid's running around the house, and I'm like, don't do that. You got a broken toe, kid. It's
Hey,
not going to feel good when you...
You know what we used to call that in football? It's called a clipped hamstring because it looks like somebody went pop their hamstring and their leg can't move. They just got to throw it around everywhere. It's
Yeah.
awesome.
It's funny though. Like she's all like, "Daddy, look, I can walk." I was like, "Yeah, we need to give you like a little crutch, and give you some dirty clothes, and you know, give you like a little glass, and just have you hang out up front, shaking it at people, so they give you change."
Hey, so I've noticed something about these hangouts. Cobe talks almost as much as he does on the Xbox.
Yeah, well, you know.
This is all I see of Cobe. Where you at, Cobe?
No, you know what? I think Cobe talks more. I think Cobe talks more on the Xbox, and it's usually him dropping the F-bomb or "Come on, son of a bitch, you gotta be kidding me."
Yeah.
And if it's at night, like the later it gets, man, and the more tired he gets, you'll hear him like gritting it through his teeth.
Yeah.
Okay, Cobe.
The more tired I get, the more I rage.
Dude, last night, man, the last game we played, I was falling asleep with the controller in my hand. I'm like, you know what? I need to go to bed.
How long did you play today?
Probably like, what was it, 2 in the morning?
Yeah, at least. I tell you what, I almost left the party chat to go into the game chat and just start ripping some assholes.
You snitches is crazy. That's way too late.
I had this kid today on Xbox One. Boy, he was going. I mean, he was just talking so much trash to me. See, I never use my mic when I'm playing because when I'm playing, I'm recording, and I normally mute everyone. But I was just kind of, you know, climbing the ladder and free for all and stuff like that. And then he started. Man, it started out like really kind of innocently, like he was just like, I won and I beat him, and he was just like, oh my God, you know, Devin, you're not that good. You're not that good, you know, because you're all try hard and stuff. 1v1 me, bro. And I'm just sitting there going, and I'm just sitting there. I was like, man, all I did was, you know, win and stuff. And then for like 5 games in a row, he's trying like hell to beat me, right? And I kept winning. I won like 5 games in a row, and he's talking so much smack. And then the 6th game, he finally beat me by 2 kills on Strike Zone because he got a Chem Strike and a care package. And you should have heard him going off. He was like, yeah, I finally won. I was like, dude, I was sitting there thinking, I was like, you know, Chem Strike care packages don't count, really.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And the lesson for today, kids, is that's why you don't play Call of Duty.
See, I'll tell you what, I tried playing it. I actually tried playing it this morning and turned it off in 5 minutes. Like, I absolutely... You know what, like, I could actually beast on Black Ops 2 and Modern Warfare 3. This game, I feel like I have to play like the kids I hate. You have to get extra campy in it, fucking stay on the edges, no running around, ADS the whole entire time, just so I can get kills. And I play, like, you know, objective-based games, so I can't stand playing, like, Team Deathmatch, which is pretty much Team Camp Match. Everybody camps in Team Deathmatch.
Yeah.
Cranked I'll usually play because what I hate is the people that freaking camp to get their first kill.
Yeah.
And then they go. But, you know, I play Blitzed a lot because that's what I was playing, because we would get a crew of people and just run a house on them. But it's just so bad. I mean, the hit detection, everything else.
See, I like the hit detection in Ghost. Although I do think Black Ops 2 was better at the hit detection, but if I'm comparing like Infinity Ward to say Infinity Ward, I hated Modern Warfare 3.
See,
it felt broken to me the entire time I played it.
I had no problem. Modern Warfare 3 compared to any Black Ops and Black Ops 2.
Look at him! Look at him go!
I think the hit detection is better.
He's sticking his tongue out. He's sticking his tongue out. He was sitting there just all pretty, sticking his tongue out.
All right.
No, it's cute.
I honestly think, though, in Modern Warfare 3, the hit detection was 10 times better. You could actually hear when, compared to Black Ops, it was so quiet in Black Ops, too.
See, I found it harder to sound whore in Modern Warfare 3 than I'm finding in Ghost.
Are you kidding me? Oh, my God. Frickin' SitRep Pro? Oh, Lord. That was so OP. Once you ran SitRep Pro, you could hear everybody for days. That was my thing. I would soundboard so bad. Turn my frickin' Turtle Beaches or my Astros all the way up, frickin' run around and just stop and wait to hear the footsteps. That was my thing, man. I could take the only map I didn't do it on was the oil freighter one, because the metal freaking everywhere, and you could hear everybody's footsteps. You're like, dear Lord, man.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm enjoying this, and I don't know. I mean, because I had a really bad taste in my mouth for Infinity Ward after dealing with Modern Warfare 3 for a year, and then I liked Black Ops 2, but it was just like okay, you know, it wasn't. I didn't get excited about it,
That
but
game
I'm
was
actually
so broken.
I'm having fun
So
with this
broken.
one. So
See, I'm a knifer.
Crazy.
I'm a knifer. So when I throw tomahawks at people and it goes through them or bounces off of them, and I'm watching the kill cam and I'm like, are you kidding me? The lag comp was so terrible on that, and it's gotten 10 times worse now. When I can sit there and unload a clip from like, you know, the AK-12 into somebody and nothing happens, I'm like, you know what? I'm done. I take the game out, throw in Battlefield, and they start. Oh God! I think this last update, they nerfed some guns and didn't tell us. By the way.
Yeah, I think I did too.
Fucking practically broke the game with the last update. Fuck.
No, I'm not talking about.
Oh, you're talking about
Battlefield.
BF4. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm talking about BF4 because dude, I'm sniping kids from halfway across the map, headshots, and they're down to 1% health.
What the
I'm like,
fuck?
are you kidding me? I'm like, man, and that's why I'm happy I have the straight bolt on the freaking intervention. Pretty much, that's what the SRR is. It's pretty much the intervention.
No,
The
okay.
thing sounds like a cannon every time you fire that thing. But you know, when you headshot somebody in that, it should take them out. And I'm like, really? I have to chuck a concussion grenade, and then, you know, or an impact grenade is what they're calling it. I chuck an impact grenade, knock them down to 33% health, and then shoot them in the chest, and they're done.
do you know the only thing? Because I didn't get Battlefield 4, but I got the last Battlefield 3, and I finally just the thing that got me about it. I'm sure that I could have learned it. But every single update took up so much room
Yeah,
on
'cause
my
there was a
hard drive.
It's because
Yeah,
it's
it's-
Frostbite.
Yeah.
All right, the amount of detail they put into those maps is craziness. I mean, you figure, okay, so you're in. I mean, what was it? Crap, I can't remember the freaking names of some of the maps.
What, cargo? Shit like that?
No, not cargo. Cargo?
Not cargo.
No. Yeah,
We're talking
stop.
BF4
We're talking BF3.
Yeah, I'm trying
yeah.
to think about the map that was always on the Epic server for the close quarters TDM.
Yeah, you guys kept putting that shit up, which drove me nuts.
Oh yeah,
Anyways,
it's like the train tracks and it has all the containers on it.
yeah, there
Yeah.
was two of them that had the freaking shipping containers in it.
Yeah.
One was by
I'm
water.
talking about where everybody was camping up on the crane, like freaking.
Oh,
That's what I'm
yeah.
saying. Everybody goes up on the crane and they snipe and stuff.
Yeah, no, not that map. My whole thing was like, if there was a tree near you, and you throw a grenade at it, and all of a sudden it hits the tree and it knocks the tree down.
Yeah.
The amount of detail they have to put into it and coding and everything else, that's why everything was so big. Battlefield 3, with all the expansion packs, like all the DLC, came out to 20 gigs of space.
I mean, it was just, and it
But-
was just the updates were so huge.
But you know what, though? I had so much fun playing that compared
Dude,
to...
I still have fun playing that.
Like, I you know, and it's same with Battlefield 4. I mean, shoot, it's 2 gigs right off the bat for Frostbite 3. And then, you know, I've probably got about 15 gigs taken up already. And, because I load the disc onto my freaking hard drive right off the bat.
See, that's
was
what
the
I
best
did
thing to
too.
do.
I always
love
do that, just in case, you know, the disc gets scratched or anything of that sort.
Yeah.
When that happens, you don't even need to worry about it.
Right. Yeah, because I ended up installing the disc when I kept freezing up on Hanoi Resort in BF4.
Yep. Yeah, we stopped freezing up on that, and now it's Dawnbreaker.
Yeah.
They need
And
to
now it's
fix
no
that.
matter what you
Did
do.
you play the
Dawnbreaker
campaign
operates.
in Battlefield 4?
Yeah, actually,
Yeah.
it's pretty solid.
Was it better than
no
Battlefield
spoilers,
3?
no
Because I was a
spoilers.
little disappointed.
Yeah, it's a lot better. To me, it's a lot better than BF3. BF3's
Okay.
was really...
It just seemed cheesy. I'm sorry. It just.
I
I didn't feel no substance there.
Like, it was weird with the cutscenes and this and that.
Yeah.
Being
It just seemed
interrogated the
cheesy.
whole time. It seems like there's more action involved in Battlefield 4 than there was in 3.
Yeah.
But it's only like a 7 hour, you know, gameplay.
Okay.
That's my only issue. It's like, all right, you've got such an... And you can tell they made it more towards the multiplayer. that they did.
Multiplayer.
But it's like, come on, give me like a 12-hour campaign here. Like, I remember when Halo 2 first came out, and that was like a 12-hour campaign. You know, I like stuff like that. It's like Black Ops 2. I ended up beating Black Ops 2.
2 hours.
And that game was so...
I did mine in like 3.5.
Yeah.
I mean, I just blew right through the campaign of Black Ops 2.
The thing that sucked about Black Ops 2, though, was those stupid side missions that you had to freaking do.
Oh,
Yeah.
And they were such a pain in the butt, and I'm like, first of all, I'm like, why am I doing this? And the only reason why I did a lot of it was just for the achievements. You know, I was pretty much an achievement whore, because it's like, play in the past with a future weapon. Okay. Do that one real quick. And it just, I don't know. I didn't like the ending. I did all 3 endings. So I'm like, I'm glad I didn't buy this for the frickin', campaign. This is terrible.
Multiplayer and zombies, that's it.
Yeah, I didn't even play zombies.
Believe it or not, that's
I love
one
zombies.
was one of the reasons why I got into console gaming, because for many, many, many years, I mean, I was heavily into World of Warcraft. I mean, I was like raiding, raiding 4 hours a night and stuff like that. And my oldest son, he had a PlayStation 3, and he liked all the Call of Duties, like the Big Red One, and he liked all the Medal of Honor's Finest Hour and stuff like that. And he'd always want this new game that was coming out. And if you remember at the time, it was like $49 for a Big Red One.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I remember getting Big Red One. I think it was like on Friday on a payday. And by Saturday morning, he'd beat it.
Yep.
I was like, I just paid $50. He's like, Mama, there's nothing else to do. There's, And then I forget what game it was. It was COD 4.
Yep.
Modern
COD
Warfare. 4. That finally came out, and he's like, Mom, there's a multiplayer. Because before that, I wouldn't give him the internet at all, because I didn't feel he was old enough for the internet. So when he finally got the COD 4 and he got the multiplayer, then I started feeling like I was getting their money's worth out of the games.
That was the best game ever created for Xbox.
I will say the campaign was awesome and the multiplayer was phenomenal.
Best game ever.
Between that and MW2, man, are my favorite. I like I don't know. I really like the Spaz 12 on MW2. I'm such an asshole with that thing, though. I am. I rock that thing and, end up with, like, really cheap frickin' perks and just take kids out for days. Because the frickin' range on that thing is absolutely amazing.
See, I was one of those. Yep. I was one of those assholes in Modern Warfare 2 that I would get on, like on the big map, the big grassy map with all the tunnels and stuff. I forget what the name of it is now. But I'd go get Overgrown, and then I'd go get in a corner with my little intervention, and I'd camp like a bitch because I could shoot them from all the way across the map.
Yep. People like you I hated back then.
See,
I hated you.
It's either I went with stopping power or I went with commando or one-man army, and I didn't use noob tubes on my one-man army though.
I didn't. I never used the noob tubes.
I never used the noob tubes, but I was always rocking one-man army, and the frickin' shotguns were my thing. It was always, the frickin' like the 1870.
But see, that's what I'm saying. Like, COD 4, I was absolutely horrendous at because I had a hard time getting used to the controller. You know what I'm saying? Because I was so used to keyboard mouse. So, and I just kind of played it kind of haphazardly when I did, and then when I got frustrated, I'd just throw the controller and say, fuck this, and then I'd walk away. Modern Warfare 2.
For PC.
Modern Warfare 2, I tried to get a little bit more serious about it because I liked the concept, but still, by then, everybody was so good, and I sucked. So I was just like, fine, I'm just going to let them come to me. And so I'd sit in a corner and let them come to me.
I loved Black Ops because they had the tomahawk and the ballistic knives.
Yeah.
That was my thing. I loved
Speaking of Black Ops, Backsmasher, are you in a Black Ops mission right now? How is it so dark behind you?
Oh, it's because I'm out back. I'm outside.
So that really is the moon back there.
No, that's actually a light from the next street.
The
moon is actually like directly above my house.
Isn't they have that harvest moon or whatever tonight, or was that last night?
That's tonight.
They got the freaky looking moon tonight.
Yeah, it's tonight, and it's like a full moon, and all the idiots are out driving.
Oh yeah.
Jared said he's running late.
Yeah, I know. I've seen his tweet.
I told him no worries. I said we'll be on here all fucking night. I was like, I'll be here for a while, man. No worries.
I only have about 20 more minutes, and then I have to go start supper because my youngest son will be home. So.
Actually, I'll be right back. I gotta grab something from inside the house.
Yeah, I actually lived in Kansas for a year when I was like 5.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What part of Kansas?
Lincoln.
Lincoln? Is that like northeast?
It was the southwestern corner of the state.
Ooh, wow, they're liberal and stuff.
Yeah,
Okay.
Laken, Kansas. Laken, I believe is what it was.
Oh, Lincoln. Okay.
Yeah. So, barely. The only thing I really remember about it is it was all flat. And
It's very flat.
Yeah. We went to go to a lake one day that my folks found on a map. Drove however long it took to get to the lake just to find it was a cornfield.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That's okay. I see. I only have like maybe 5 more years here, and then I get to retire to Orlando. So.
Well, there you go.
Okay.
Orlando? You have the
Yeah.
whole nation. You choose Orlando, where all the Brazilians and terrible drivers are?
Yeah, because man, I'm telling you, I would move to Orlando just so I go to Epcot every day.
If you love Disney, there's a reason.
No, I could care less about Animal Kingdom, Magic Kingdom, and actually I could care less about the other side of Epcot. I want to go eat around the world, and I want to drink around the world, and I just want to spend every day in Epcot. So, I love the World Showcase. So, and I want to die like 900 pounds, and it's just my idea of heaven.
What the fuck?
900 pounds. That's maybe.
No, I'm just saying. I want to retire, and I just want to eat all the yummy foods from around the world, like Italy and Canada, and I mean, it's just awesome.
You should just say
And it's all in one spot.
The Japanese place at Epcot is legit.
It is legit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, Canada! Oh my God, Canada! They have that great steakhouse, Le Cellier or whatever. It's in Canada. They got some of the best steaks in Epcot.
She's talking about a Canadian. She's talking about Canada to a Canadian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What do you
well,
got
I mean,
there, young Jay? Like elk and moose and snow?
Dude, you should have seen prior to the podcast. I was standing in a fucking bus booth. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Minus fucking 6 up here.
Hey, 57 here when I got home today, so
Screw you.
thinking about you.
Well, right now in
Your
Florida,
balls.
since we had a cold front just move in, it's sitting at 38 degrees right now.
You do.
Yep.
So you're outside in the 38-degree weather?
Yep. Dude, I'm from up north, man. I lived in frickin' Pennsylvania. This stuff is like, it's still beautiful to me.
I think it's like 44 or something, 43 here.
Like, honestly, it was funny. Last year, they're like, oh, we might actually get... They were afraid because it was actually going to dip below freezing, and my wife was freaking out because she just put rose bushes in like 3 months before, it was around October. So she's like, oh my God, the rose bushes are going to die. So we had to put blankets on the frickin' bushes so they wouldn't frickin' die to keep them warm. And I'm outside in shorts and like a t-shirt, and the neighbors are like, aren't you cold? I'm like, this is comfy. And they're like, are you serious? I'm like, look, if it could probably drop down to like 0 and I'd still be out here in shorts and a t-shirt. I'm like, I'm a big dude. Only reason why I'm in a sweatshirt right now is I have a ceiling fan on.
I can do cold way better than hot. I lived in Charleston for a couple of years, like 5 years. You don't know heat and humidity, man, until you live in the deep southeast.
Are you kidding me?
Holy moly.
Live in Florida, dude.
Oh, bro, Charleston ain't far, homie. I'm 2 hours away from Florida down there.
Dude, I'll tell you what. Where I'm at, summertime, 97 to like 100 degrees, 100% humidity.
And it rains every day at 3 o'clock.
Yep. Nothing like getting out of the shower, walking outside, and you're like, I gotta get another shower again, man.
Yeah.
I did an internship in Orlando for a summer, and we went to Universal and SeaWorld, and every single week at like 2:30, 3 o'clock, it would just pour for an hour.
It always rains at 3 o'clock in the afternoon in Florida.
Yeah.
For real, though,
Yeah.
it does.
That's on the East Coast it does. On the West Coast, it usually hits us around 10 o'clock.
Screw that crap, man. I almost got into like I think I was there for 3 months, and I think I almost died in car accidents at least 11 times a
Oh
month.
God, people cannot drive down. All right, I live off of U.S. Highway 19, and on average each day there's at least 5 accidents, and one of them usually ends up in a fatality. We had one 2 weeks ago at 3 o'clock in the morning. Dude was driving 120 miles an hour, hit a woman, and caused her car to explode when he hit her. He was high and drunk, and it knocked her into the opposing lane over the median strip, the whole 9, facing the opposite direction. And her car, she had like, you know, it was like a Buick Skylark, and it was in half.
Oh, jeez.
Wow.
Like, it was bad. I was like, you've got to be
That's
kidding me. And it took him so long.
Skylark cut in half. You must have had like a 8-inch or a 8-foot blade on the front. Those things are tanks.
Yeah, well, no, it was pretty much crushed in half, not cut in half.
Yeah.
So he pushed in the whole back end. And this dude came out with like airbag freaking brush burn, and that was it. And they estimated from how fast he was going and the impact and everything else, from the skid marks from her skidding across the street and everything else, that he was doing like 120.
Wow.
And I was like, you've got to be kidding me. So from 3 o'clock, and my wife goes to work at like, 8 o'clock in the morning, and it was still backed up. Like, they were still trying to get the car off the road and everything else because they had to let it burn. It wouldn't go out due to the fact that it was gasoline everywhere.
That dude should go to jail forever.
Yeah, I completely agree, man.
Well,
I was like, and it's
Stop people from doing that.
dude, and I'll tell you what, man, like, it sucks because down here, you rarely have Floridians. It's more of everybody from New York City is what it feels like in Tampa. So everybody moves down here. They can't drive to save their ass. And if it rains, oh, God, watch out. If it's a heavy downpour, everybody's pulling over to the side of the
because
road.
nobody drives in New York. Not in the city, anyway.
Yeah.
Nobody drives.
Right now, though, it sucks because we have the massive influx of the frickin' Canadian snowbirds.
Screw you.
Indians. Good for nothing.
The fucking
Yeah,
French
gross.
Canadians come down, fucking try to lowball the shit out of you, fucking prices and everything else.
Good old Upper America.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like I said,
Well,
screw you.
It's funny, like, half my neighborhood is nothing but snowbirds. So, like, from, I guess, around October.
What is it, Thanksgiving to like May, something like
It's
that?
October till May is usually how
Yeah.
it runs, is when they come down. It depends, though. Like, half of them are from Detroit. So whenever the Tigers are out of the playoffs is when they come down. And they hate it because I've got a frickin' Red Sox flag on the front of my house. And my neighbor comes down and he's driving by it, flipping me off.
Hey, Cobra's wife.
And I'm like,
Oh.
oh, look at that. Oh.
That's sweet. Oh, and the cat. That's cute.
Hey, his cat is YouTube famous, for crying out loud.
Oh, yee.
It's funny, like, either that cat's, like, no matter how the camera is angled, the cat will sit on his frickin' side, and then all of a sudden, if the camera angle is, like, facing towards him, like, going up, the cat will jump up onto the frickin' shelving behind him. If not, the cat just kind of hangs out where he's at now, or where she's at now, and just sits there. And then the dogs will come in trying to get, like, a part of it, too. They're like,
Oh, yeah.
what's this?
This dog is. Look at this.
You need to hold Jester up and do that.
Look at that.
Aww.
Hey, it's a rat.
Yeah.
See, I was going to
wouldn't
say
be-
rat dog, but I didn't want to be disrespectful. So.
Kidding me? I got one of those and I hate them.
My neighbor's got a rat dog. She's literally,
He's sweet, but
she's got a fucking chihuahua that's
Oh,
like,
God.
oh.
the thing's all of like 4 inches long, and it barks at everything and shakes constantly. And it was so cold this morning, she had a sweater on the thing, and I'm like,
Get the fuck out of
are
here.
you kidding me?
She's 22 pounds, so she's not a rat, but
Yeah, this dog was literally like maybe like 5 pounds soaking
Okay,
wet.
it's a New York rat then.
Yes.
yeah, whatever. I
Yeah,
want to
there you go.
My neighbor next door, she's got it's a short-haired dog. I want to say it's a Jack Russell Terrier.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Now that's a rat dog there. He will not stop barking. He'll just get out. He'll bark at the birds.
Assholes, man.
He
I
just
can't
barks at the
stand that.
birds. I'm like, shut the fuck up. And I can hear him through the walls, I'm just like, shut up. My God, is there like a noise ordinance or something in this town? Just
Some,
shut your damn dog up.
dude, Jack Russell Terriers are just like way too fucking high strung for me. I don't know. Like all the I've always had big breeds too. Like I've never had like a smaller breed than like a pit bull. That's like the smallest dog I've had.
I got a Chow Husky mix. So.
And then
That's on a husky.
we had
So
I had a lab husky mix where it had like one blue eye and one brown eye.
Oh, I bet that was pretty though.
Oh, he was awesome. Cujo was like the shit.
Cujo. Yeah,
Yep.
that's a great name too.
Yeah, and then I had a Dog de Bordeaux. Had two of them, which is a French Mastiff. If you ever watch the movie Turner and Hooch,
Mm-hmm.
those dogs, Isabella, we got her from a rescue, and she was afraid of her own shadow, but her bark was bigger than her bite. Her bark scared the crap out of somebody trying to break into our house.
Mm-hmm.
Dude was halfway in the front window, and she was locked in her cage, and she barked at him and fell out, broke his arm, I guess, or whatnot. He tried to sue us
Wow.
because he broke his arm on our property. I'm like, you were breaking into my house. There's
Can't
fingerprints
sue you
everywhere.
when yeah, because that's like during a commission of a crime. You can't
Yep.
sue for that.
I was like, if my
So-
dog attacked him, then he could have actually gotten away with it. Like, he could have sued us for whatever But I was like, you're kidding me, right, dude? You're going to try to sue me because you tried to break into my house, you asshole.
That's why if somebody breaks into my house, they won't be telling any stories.
Yep.
They won't
Yeah,
have
Florida-
that opportunity.
Florida has the lovely rule. It's the three-step rule. They make it 3 steps into your house and you can fire.
Hey, I'm in South Carolina, man. All they gotta do is be on your front lawn. You can take
I was
them out.
fixed to say, yeah.
Dude, Texas and Alabama were the same way, man. Alabama, it was like, my uncle lived out there, and there was the one day in his neighborhood, a black guy got shot on the front yard, like in the front yard. This old 80-year-old frickin', pissed off frickin' hick. The guy dropped something and picked it up, and the old man, double-barrel frickin' shotgun, boom, took his head off.
Wow.
And got off scot-free. He's like, he's trespassing. I'm like, you racist prick.
My grandmother, she lived down further down south in Georgia, like a little bit closer to Macon. And in the summer times, my mother would send us girls down there to my grandmother's house. And I remember one time, there was a big, huge news story in the paper. Apparently, there was a dispute, and somebody got shot in the yard, right? But he was in the right because there was an argument, and he was trying to trespass and stuff, and he shot him. But then the guy panicked, right? And he was just like, oh my God, he's in my yard. So he drugged the body into his house and then called the police. Because he thought that he had to shoot someone in his house. And he lied about it, so he actually got in trouble. If he would have just left him where he was, he would have never got in trouble. But you know what I'm saying? I remember that so much, but yeah, it's so weird. I was just like, okay, well, if I shoot someone in Georgia, I'm just going to leave him in the yard. I don't have to drag him in the house.
No kidding.
People can come in my yard, but when you come in my house, it's OV for you.
Yeah, I don't know. I remember the first night of moving in, apparently when my house was vacant for about a year, so there were people that were breaking into the house and shit. And I remember I was out back smoking a cigarette, walked in, and I guess the kid didn't realize that, we moved in because the lights were all off. And I hear someone like jiggle in my back door. I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? Grab the shotgun, lights are off, fling open the fucking sliding glass door, and I'm like, what do you think you're doing? He's like, I'm like, yeah, you might want to tell your friends someone lives here, and just a heads up, ask any of the neighbors. There were 3 gun safes that moved in with me.
Wow.
He was like, I'm sorry. I'm like, yeah, just fucking get the hell out of here. Found out he was like friends with the fucking neighbor's kid.
Oh, wow. I would have told the neighbors.
Yeah, I mentioned to him.
Alrighty, guys. Well, actually, I need to jet. I need to go start supper because
All
my
right.
oldest son. But thank you so much for inviting me. Thank you
No
so much
problem.
for having me.
Thanks for hopping on.
Y'all have a great night.
All right.
You too.
Good night.
All right, bye.
All right. Sorry, I'm trying to find the fucking score of the game.
It's 7-3. I'm watching it. Detroit's up.
Yeah.
Nice.
Is that right? Screw the Ravens.
Yeah.
Just not a fan of the Ravens at all. I was very happy to see them win the Super Bowl, though.
I was not.
Oh, I was, man. I had money on that one.
This is why.
Cleveland Browns.
Understandable.
Yeah.
You have every right to be pissed off about that one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
I love my Browns. They suck, but I love them.
I'll tell you what, it was really odd that they moved, like, that the owner took him to Baltimore, and then, like, 5 years later, the Browns came back as, like, an expansion team. I was like,
That's because Cleveland fought for the city
Oh,
of
yeah.
Cleveland fought to keep the history there.
oh, hell yeah. Well, I believe if you're, they weren't one of the original teams, but they were pretty damn close. It's like, dude.
Cleveland was.
Oh, yeah, they were. Okay.
Yeah, they were
Yeah.
1-8, man. Yep.
Yeah. That was the thing that threw me off the most was like, why are you getting rid of that? That's just dumb. That's like the Bears moving, or the
Yeah.
Packers moving somewhere. I'm like, there's that much history behind it. Why are you going to do
Yeah.
some shit like that?
Well, and they
Yeah.
left. Their first year gone, they draft Ray Lewis, and then they win a Super Bowl like 3 years later.
After he stabs somebody.
Yeah.
That's
After
so
he,
frustrating.
after he had somebody stabbed.
Yeah,
He didn't do
being a
this
Browns
stuff.
fan is tough when you know you were that close to championships. Oh well.
Yeah, I will say I was happy to see Ray Lewis win his last Super Bowl going out, though. I mean, he was a beast, man. Even though he wasn't doing much in the Super Bowl, considering he had, that torn frickin' tricep or whatnot.
I wanted him to have his heart ripped out on the field. I hated him.
No, I still say something was a little suspect when the lights went out.
Oh yeah.
I don't care what anybody says. I was like, really? The team's up housing the freaking 49ers, and all of a sudden they have enough time to, what was it, like 20 minutes in the Super Bowl? They're like standing around like,
It's like 30. Hey, guys, my wife just got home, so I'm gonna peace.
All right, man.
All
No
right,
problem.
Little man.
All right.
Yep.
Good seeing you, Sean.
Yeah, are y'all playing tonight?
Yeah, we'll be on tonight.
Oh yeah.
Go. I'll probably see you. We'll see you later.
All right, man.
All right.
Have a good one.
See you later.
So I don't know if you saw Young Jay, but Paul Walker's brother, Cody, is going to be...
Yeah, it's supposed to take over his spot in the Fast and Furious 7.
Yep. Now, there were rumors that Justin Bieber was going to be doing it.
Dude, if that...
God.
That would have been boycotted, man. That would have been
Oh,
boycotted.
yeah.
Obviously.
So-
Big time.
Dude, the only thing I'll say is, everybody says he's Canadian. No. He's American. We give him to. We no longer want him.
No, you can keep him and Nickelback.
Fuck that shit. You can have him.
No,
You can have-
we don't want them.
And fucking Alanis Morissette. And,
You can have all of them, including Celine Dion. We don't want those fucking people.
dude, she's pretty much a U.S. citizen for her shows that she does in Vegas.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, I know. Thank God.
Yeah, but you know what, though? You think about it. That's like the smartest thing anybody could do is get a full-time spot in Vegas.
Yeah.
That's bank right there. You never have to do shit again.
Yeah,
Obviously
really.
not, man.
Dude, Carrot Top, man, has a fucking steady act in Vegas.
Dude, the thing I still don't get is how the fuck in under, like, what was it, like 10, 15 years does this guy fucking just turn into, like, a fucking medium-sized tank?
Who, Carrot Top? Because that's all
Yeah.
he does is work out, dude. I mean, he said, like, I was watching a thing, they were doing, like, Where Are They Now? And it was with Carrot Top. And he said ever since he moved to Vegas, he's like, I noticed my eating habits were getting really bad, so I just figured, what the hell, I'll start working out. And now the dude's just like, he's like, I'm addicted to it. He's like, I work out, for like 3 hours a day. And and all the plastic surgery he's had on his face.
Yeah.
Like, he looks nasty, dude. I'm like, man, you keep going, you're going to end up like Joan Rivers. You can't tell if she's smiling or frowning.
You're really.
Exactly.
But yeah, he's fucking ripped though.
Yeah, dude. Face is frozen, from all the Botox. I'm smiling. I'm angry. I'm sad. Your face hasn't changed. Oh, man, dude. I'll tell you what, though. Like, even, like, going to Vegas and, like, getting to see, like, Siegfried and Roy, that was actually pretty cool, as weird as they are. I enjoyed that.
Before or after the lion tried to
This
eat
is
him.
before.
Oh.
I don't even know if they're doing a show after.
Yeah.
Oh, no. When it says me, I wouldn't fuck with any type of animal. Period.
I remember when that was going down, I'm like, someone's going to get eaten by one of their lions one of these days. That's just asking for it. And everybody's like, oh, no, they know what they're doing. I'm like, no, dude. It's called, they're a fucking aggressive animal no matter what.
Yeah.
Fuck.
So all right, so I'm in this dad's club
Mhm.
on fucking, it's a private group on Facebook. And my buddy Tony goes, my son had a blowout in a diaper with Oscar the Grouch on it. Is that irony? It's funny as hell. Like, it's nothing but guys. Like, it's all just dads, no moms allowed in the thing. I was like, wow, this is like Yes Man, but with kids.
Mm-hmm.
But it's funny to see some of the stories, like some of the dads are coming up with and shit. And I was like, yeah, it could be worse. He's like, what happened? I'm like, my daughter freaking broke her toe. I was like, just because she couldn't wait for hot chocolate.
The fuck?
Yeah, dude, she couldn't wait. I told her, I was like, give me a second, and, I'll get you set up. Nope. Had to freaking pull the bar stool down, and it fucking landed on her foot.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, dude, right on the tip of her toe next to her big toe. And, and broke the tip of the toe.
God.
I'm just like, you gotta be kidding me.
I broke my pinky toe one time when I was sparring with my jiu-jitsu instructor. And he was practicing, because him and I were roughly about the same size at that point in time. And he needed to practice for a competition that was coming up. And I come in early for class, and he's like, here, throw on this gi and come out of here. Okay. He says, I just want to practice my throws. Okay. Well, he flipped me around for a throw one time, and my pinky toe just slammed right on the mat, and I'm like, ow.
Fuck.
I broke my middle toe, and I've broken all my toes, but I think the worst was the middle two toes, like the one next to your big toe, and the one in the middle, because when you take a step, those are like the two you predominantly freaking use. And I'll tell you what, man, oh my God. Like walking all fucking funny. It was on my left foot. And I was at my parents' house, and the way their house was set up, you could literally walk around the whole entire downstairs of the house. Mm-hmm. So like the living room's here, then you walk through a hallway and it's to the kitchen, and then you walk through another little hallway and then it's the dining room. Well, I was watching a football game, and it was like they was coming back from commercial real quick, and I trash, and I went to go run, and this is all tile floor. I run it and I slide and go to throw everything in the trash can, and there was a wall that came down, and I pegged my shit right on the fucking corner, dude. It was just like smash. Both toes just like, they didn't freaking pierce around it. They crinkled into it and then went up. And I'm like, God. My mom's like, how bad? I'm like, oh, God. And I dislocated both toes and broke them. Like, I had to sit there and I'm grabbing them like, ow, ow. And she heard the two pop. She's like, oh, my God. I'm like, yeah, you're kidding. I'm like, you're fucking telling me. And I was playing baseball at the time, too.
Oh, no.
And my coach was like, how bad's your foot? I'm like, I'll have to fucking DH the whole time. He's like, really? I'm like, yeah, dude. I was like, I had to readjust my stance and everything else. It sucked because I'm like, I had an open stance and I couldn't do the open stance because if I went to apply any pressure on it, I'd almost pass the hell out. So I ended up like readjusting my stance to like the Jeff Bagwell stance pretty much. And and I actually ended up hitting more home runs that way because I didn't have to, I like shuffled my foot instead of like lifting that up and would just apply all my freaking weight to my back foot. And my coach is like, he's like, ever since you redid your stance, you've got 10 more fucking home runs. Okay, Dookie said Siegfried and Roy did retire, plus they are in their 70s, I believe. Oh, Dookie Possum's here. Holy shit.
Holy shit.
He lives. Oh, I thought he actually died.
Yeah, I was going to say, I haven't seen that dude in fucking ages. Yeah, it's 6 to 7 now.
Oh.
See, at least Cobb's on here, unlike, Wiggy, he'd be fucking, I gotta watch the Cowgirls, and then they lose. Oh, man, yeah, I don't know, dude. Fucking, I think the Eagles got lucky last week, and today it just showed, or this weekend showed how bad they were. Because I'll tell you what, man, freaking, when you get a backup running back, or a freaking fullback, that ends up running all over you. He had, 3 touchdowns? They didn't have Adrian Peterson. They didn't have AP, and the dude still got 3 touchdowns. And he's a fucking beast, too, man. I don't know. The NFC East is such a crappy division this year. So much crap. Like, there's still a chance that the Cowboys can make the playoffs.
Wow.
Because their last 2 games is the Redskins and the Eagles.
Yeah.
And the Eagles, I think, I forget who they're playing, but it might be like the Giants and then the Cowboys. I'm not sure. And holy crap, the game just came on and it's loud in my ear. Oh damn, Calvin Johnson just freaking dropped a freaking play. Wow. He's starting to turn to T.O. this year. What the hell? Dude, T.O. at the end of his career was a freaking drop ball machine. I was never a fan of that dude. Doing pretty good, Dookie. He said, nothing much, fellas. What's going on? So we're not doing too bad. I start chemo tomorrow. So I figured
Don't
do
play
a
that, don't kill him.
podcast. Yeah, I don't. You know, dude, I think it's going to be better than
The
the
first
last
round.
bat. Yeah, than my first round. I'm praying it is. Trying to stay positive throughout the whole entire thing, but because it doesn't have all the nasty shit that was in it before.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't have the Avastin, and it still has like a stage 1 chemo, which is like a very aggressive chemotherapy.
Yeah.
But, you know, it doesn't have the extra added bullshit where hopefully I don't feel like I'm going to throw up all the time. Because, dude, I'm telling you, my first week was probably like my best week. It just felt weird. I wasn't, you know, I was off. I can honestly say my third week I didn't throw up. That was the only week I didn't throw up. But, I mean, my first week, dude, it was just like, ugh. I ate, and I was dumb, too. You know, I didn't research anything, so it was like, all right, I'm going to go into chemotherapy, and what do I do that night? Eat, like, you know, fried chicken.
Oh.
And then my stomach was just not feeling good. I'm like, all right. And then the next night I had, like, you know, hamburger. I was a fucking idiot, you know, I wasn't thinking, and that's when I got sick, and I couldn't eat fucking hamburgers for, like, 2 months after that.
Oh.
Because it just reminded me of the, like, I was like, oh, I'm going to throw up. This is nasty. It was just like, you know, kept burping, and it was that flavor was there. And I made myself throw up because I felt queasy. I'm watching TV with my wife, and she's like, what's the matter? I'm like, I don't feel good. She's like, what's the matter? I'm like, I think I'm going to make myself throw up. And drank a bunch of water and just, like, purged everything back up. And then my second week, dude, was the beginning of the Stanley Cup playoffs, or the Stanley Cup finals. And that was when the Bruins and the frickin' Blackhawks went to that game 1 where it was the triple overtime.
Yeah.
And my blood pressure was so high from that, dude. The next morning, from all the drugs that was already in my system, my body couldn't regulate and, like, bring it down.
Yeah.
So in the morning, man, I took my pill regimen that I normally took. Like, I was taking multivitamins, I was taking other things, you know, like, had a multivitamin, had a magnesium pill to help me go to the bathroom, and then took my blood pressure meds. And I remember, like, 10 minutes after taking that, I ended up puking. And then it was like this pain that just radiated from my feet all the way up my body. I'm like, oh my God, this sucks. And I went to this was after day 1 or day 2 of chemo. And they're like, yeah, don't take the multivitamin, it's too much on your stomach. Don't take just take your blood pressure meds and you'll be fine. And it was just, it was hell from there, man. Week 3, I didn't puke at all. Week 3 of the chemo, I didn't puke at all. But I didn't eat anything either. I just stayed on a liquid diet. And then I was drinking Ensure shakes so I could get, some sort of caloric intake in, and they became too heavy for my stomach. So I was like, fuck, man. And then I couldn't eat when I was on chemo. I was just drinking, like, anything that wasn't sweet. For some strange reason, like, they tell you to stay away from sweet things and meat. Like red meat and anything that's sweet, because it just messes with your system so bad. And, ugh. So I had to, and I couldn't drink anything cold. That was a weird thing. Like, it fucked with the back of my throat. It felt like, you know how when your throat gets really dry?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you can feel it, like, stick together?
Yeah,
swallow.
pasties.
Yeah, that's
cotton mouth.
Yeah, no, it wasn't even cotton mouth, dude. It was just, like, right here in my throat, and every time I swallowed, it felt like something's, like, stuck there. I was like, the hell? And if it was cold, it just agitated the shit out of it. So all my water was, like, room temperature. Anything I drank was room temperature. Couldn't drink anything sweet. Found out that pickle juice tasted the best. Pickle juice and salt and vinegar chips, man.
The fuck?
Yep, those were the 2 things I could fucking eat.
The hell?
Dude, they were good as hell, man. Anything that's sour, it's really weird. Like, it messes with your taste buds so bad. Anything that's sour would taste a lot better than anything sweet. Anything sweet almost made me want to throw up.
Ugh.
So that shit fucking was just terrible. I was like, ugh. I was not a fan of wanting to throw up all the fucking time.
Fuck.
And then when you start chucking fucking, and there's nothing in your system and you end up throwing up, that's bad stuff.
Yeah.
That flavor just does not go away, no matter how much you want, like rinse your fucking mouth out and shit like that. Oh, what the fuck? What did Dominique do now? Yeah, he posted a picture. I'll fucking retweet it.
Oh, no.
And the asshole puts me in a Yankees fucking uniform.
And he puts me in a Red Sox shirt.
Yep. Young Jay.
Do I even want to know? Fuck
It's
it.
not bad. It's amusing nonetheless.
Oh, yeah.
He's got to work on his fucking photoshopping a little bit.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Somebody fucking posted Megatron is playing like Starscream instead tonight.
Oh.
Fuck.
Well, he's fucking dropping passes and shit.
Yeah.
Hitting him right in the fucking chest. I think Romo's problem is coaching in the system he plays in. He's a great quarterback who just has brain farts. Romo's not a good quarterback, dude. He's not. He's a choke artist. He really is. And I will say Eli Manning's not a good quarterback either. He's got an arm, but he just... I don't think they're mentally stable enough. Like, all quarterbacks are fucking head cases. And just, I don't know. I think it's funny that the coaches were throwing fucking people under the bus, though. Like, Jason Garrett straight up threw fucking Romo under the bus.
Yep.
Like, did you hear any of that, Cobe?
No, I didn't.
Any of his press conference? They're like, well, what happened on Romo's first interception? And he's like, well, it was a run play with an audible option to throw. He should have ran the ball. I'm like, really? You just threw your QB under the bus because you lost? Because your coaches couldn't freaking give him a decent play? That's the only thing, though. Like, if the coaches should have called in a different play, but Romo should have the smarts at that point to call an audible.
Yeah.
Dude, there were 9 people or 10 people in the. It's spelled Dominique. It's pronounced Dominic. I'm gonna call you Dominique, you like it or not.
So that's what I thought it was Dominique. I'm like, the fuck did you put a girl name on there for?
I'll just call him Dom for now on. There we go.
Yeah.
Anyways, if you've got 10 people in the fucking box, why? And you see Clay Matthews is on the outside and no one's gonna touch him. Yeah, audible that shit. If your coaches don't believe in your quarterback to be able to fucking audible that shit, that quarterback should not be fucking throwing anything on your team. I'm sorry, that's how I feel. If the coaches didn't give him an audible, and he doesn't remember an audible for it, that's some bullshit. That's called bad fucking personnel.
Yeah.
I just heard my tablet go off. That's a fuck. Yeah, okay, so Cobe's picture wasn't that bad. Young Jay's a little girl. That's absolutely hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta work on your freaking...
Hat. First of all, there's an autocrop thing, then, wow, what the fuck is it?
Yeah, we gotta get him to work on that one.
Yeah.
Can't
least
say
it-
that I can do it, though.
Hey, at least he gave me a respectable Yankee. I'll take Derek Jeter.
Oh, look, you're not a fucking A-Rod.
Yeah, Aroyd? That fucking whiny cunt?
A-Rod, whatever the fuck it is.
No, Aroyd. That's why I call him, because he fucking did steroids.
Yeah, that I know.
I don't think he's coming back, dude. I don't think he's gonna be coming back to the fucking Yankees.
Highly fucking doubt it.
Are you still there? Yes, I'm still there. What the fuck?
No, we're all dead.
Hey,
Dude, that's the first time I've ever had that ask me that question when I'm the host.
Thank you, for once.
do you notice your picture's up on the board in the background too?
Yeah, I saw that. Like I said, he needs to adjust it a little bit. You need to trim it down just a hair.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like having Photoshop on my tablet because it makes it a lot easier because I can use a stylus for everything and shit.
Dude, I can't even. Well, I can get Photoshop, but I just can't get like the actual version on my fucking phone.
Mm.
'Cause I got like a bootleg version on my PC as it is.
Well, you can get the Photoshop. The app is like $60 on the phone itself. Unless, I don't know. Yours might have come with it.
Nah. Note 2 doesn't come with that shit. Ooh, spin on hand.
I wonder if the Note 3 did then.
Yeah, it's most probably a Note 3, but thinking about it.
Yeah,
Great.
because I have the Samsung Galaxy Note 10.1 and it came with it. That was the whole reason why I wanted it. I was like, hell yeah, Photoshop on here? And then I looked at how much the price was. I was like, holy shit. Because if you just wanted the app itself for the tablet, it was like $60.
Fuck.
So that was definitely a plus, because all the tablets at that point were like $500. I'm still kind of kicking myself I didn't get the fucking Surface.
Dude, the one thing I want to get for my phone is that fucking Galaxy Gear.
You want the watch?
Dude, that thing looks so fucking bomb.
You want to be like fucking, oh god.
Dick Tracy, goddammit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about. Push the button and talk. That's fucking horse shit. That's so, I don't know, man. I saw that was like, that's a little interesting.
Well, dude, the update for the Note 2, that's what it was mostly for, to make it compatible with the Gear.
It would have been cool if it was the phone and everything in one.
Yeah.
Not like, not piggybacking off of a fucking phone.
Yeah,
or a device.
Connection and all that.
Yeah, if it was just the device itself, that would have been badass.
Yeah.
Like when I worked at Sports Authority, we were supposed to carry around walkie-talkies, and we had them in our department, and they were watches that were walkie-talkies.
Oh fuck.
So everybody and they went on clearance, so they were like $3. So everybody in the store fucking bought them. That would it was funny because we all used them just to like let somebody know if like a hot customer came in or some bullshit like that. You'd be like, yo, check out the product such and such, and everybody had an earbud. So it was just like you hit the button, you're like, yo, check out the girl fucking walking down in apparel. They're like, what section? I'm like, more towards OMG. They're like, all right, sweet. Fucking walk over, and they're like, holy shit. And then all of a sudden you hear, skoo-skoo! And everybody knew what the hell that was because everybody was like, oh shit, some hot broad where? And there was this one kid, we had one of these fucking rich kids that his parents made him get a job, but everything was given to him.
Yeah.
So if he got a job, mommy and dad would buy a fucking car for his 16th birthday.
What? Oh, bullshit.
Yeah, dude. And we're not talking like a regular fucking car either. We're talking like the BMW fucking 5 Series.
What the
Yeah.
fuck?
Fucking, his dad had like the H1 Humvee, had 2 of them.
Mm.
You know, had the fucking AMG SL 500.
Wow.
Yeah, dude, he had some fucking bank for fucking cars. And I remember that kid, like the third day in, he didn't care about like, authority or anything like that. He was a snot-nosed little kid. And his dad the one day goes, he gets out of line, he's like, put your foot in his ass. I was like, all right, no problem, man. He's like, he's a snot-nosed little kid that everything gets given to him. And I'm just like, dude, you're the one that's fucking giving him a car. I even said that to him. I'm like, you're giving him a car. He goes, no, that would be his mom. I went, He goes, happy
Not a
wife.
woman, that's normal.
And he looks at me and goes, happy wife, happy life. I said, yeah, I know what you mean, dude. So the third day, or no, it was the third week the kid's in. He intercoms the fucking call. And instantly, all the managers knew who it was, knew the voice, and called him into the office, and he gets fucking written up. He's like, if I lose this job, I'm not gonna be able to get my car. I'm like, really, dude? I'm like, I don't even want to fucking hear it. Go work at fucking 7-Eleven. I don't want to work there. That's a bullshit job. I'm like, dude, go get a job somewhere else. You're not gonna fucking last here another 6 months.
Exactly, fuck.
Oh, we would make his day hell.
Fun to me.
Every morning, now here's the weird thing about Sports Authority. Every morning truck came in. So there was always product, like we got fresh stuff every day. So it wasn't like, truck day was this day. It was every morning something new came in for all the departments, which was a pain in the ass because we would open at 10, but you had to get there at like 7. And for 3 hours, you just fucking put everything the fuck away. So we would make sure to give him all the treadmills and shit.
Oh. Damn.
he was pissed. He's like, what the hell? I could put treadmills up? I'm like, yep. Got to load them up and start chucking them onto the shelf. And there was a kid that died at our sports authority, too. Now we had, it wasn't really an order picker. It was more like, it wasn't even like a forklift either. It was like a single man, it was kind of like the pallet jacks.
Yeah.
But it was set up where you could actually, go over, pick up a freaking, extra piece, which was like the order picker, and it would go all the way up to the top, go up like 3 stories.
Right.
And the kid didn't have the harness on.
Kid's an idiot.
And, well, they never made it mandatory. It was never mandatory. So he didn't have a harness on, didn't have anything, and went to move, I guess he was moving a pool table and slid and fell off and right onto his fucking head.
Oh.
Yeah, dude. I was working, ironically enough, I was working at Home Depot at that time. And when that happened, dude, they came down twice as hard on us. Because once the ownership of, once corporate got wind that someone died from falling off an order picker, it was mandatory 3 people at all times per aisle that were throwing, putting inventory up. 1 person on the order picker, 2 people on each side for spotters. And if you were walking, you had 2 people with you no matter what. And I remember the first day, so you could get used to the height and shit, they bring you outside and make you fucking take the order picker all the way to the fucking until it maxes out.
Holy fuck.
I'm like, dude, this sucks. He's like, what? I'm like, at least I got shelves inside. If it's gonna fucking fall, I can jump on. I'm like, I'm not liking this. And he's like, yep. He's like, just to get used to the heights. I'm like, this is a pretty shitty idea. And then the next week, the kid passed. The kid fell, and they stopped letting us do that one. My scariest experience at Home Depot, because I worked the graveyard shift.
Oh fuck.
And we got tubs in. And I remember I had 4 cast iron tubs on the back of my order picker. And I tried to bring it up as close as I possibly could to the shelf, just so I could slide them off. And there was about maybe like 1.5 foot distance on it, because they were sticking up like 1.5 foot on each side. So as I'm going up with it, I'm slinging the one in, and I come back and I grab and I sling the other one in. The third one I sling in, and what I didn't realize was I was fucking rocking the fucking order picker like this. And the last one I slung in, and all of a sudden I felt my order picker fucking starting to lean towards the other side of the shelf. Now they have a full fucking harness. I call it the fucking hug me suit. Because this thing freaking went around your thighs, went over your shoulders, you had to fucking tighten everything. And as that was going, there was a post near me. I grabbed the post and just held on for dear life. And once the line becomes taut, it'll fucking stop it. So this thing was like 3/4 of the way freaking shifting, and I grabbed it and then jerked back real quick, and it came back smashed against the shelf. This is like 3 o'clock in the morning. They're like, holy crap. And the spotter's like, oh my god, what are you doing? I'm like, all right, I'm done. I'm getting down, and I'm sitting down. I'm going outside for a cigarette. My shift supervisor comes over and goes, what the hell just happened? I'm like, we're not going to talk about it. He's like, seriously, what happened? I was like, dude, he's like, how the hell did you get that thing to, rock? And I was like, I was slinging frickin' tubs. And he's like, how many tubs did you have on there? I'm like, 4. He goes, yeah, don't do that again. He's like, 1 tub at a time. And I was like, use 1 at a fucking time? I was like, dude, we're going to be here forever. He's like, well, I'm like, I got 22 tubs I got to put up in overstock. He's like, oh, shit. I'm like, that's going up once, putting it up there, and then coming back down, moving forward. And I'm like, no, dude, no. 9 hours later, yeah, I put my 22 tubs away. I forgot everything else that I had to put away.
Oh, no.
It's not your fault.
I was like, that's not my fault then. I don't want to hear it.
Yep.
So, yeah, we had to have, we had 2 order pickers in at that point, so we had to have 5 people for aisle.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, you had to have everybody, spot, because you had to mark off, it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 people at that point.
Yeah.
Because you had to close off your aisle, and then close off the aisle next to it, in case it bumped into something and something came crashing down.
Yeah, you didn't want the other guy to get killed.
Yep, so you had 4 people on each, 1 person on each end of the aisle, and there were 2 order pickers, so we were trying to fucking get it done, just as fast, so each person had 2 on it. Such a pain in the ass. But they had this badass forklift that it had a plate on the back of it, so you could scoop something up, lift it up, it would actually push it to the back of the fucking shelf.
Yeah.
So
Oh, nice.
Oh, dude, I had so much fun with that thing. And then there is a video somewhere on the internet somewhere because somebody fucking knocked over a whole shelf at our Home Depot.
Oh, yeah. I think I remember seeing that.
In our warehouse, knocked over the whole fucking shelf. And it was nothing but, like, potting soil and shit. They came, like, raining down, dude.
Shit.
Yeah, dude, he caught, like, he pushed everything in, and instead of, like, it was tilted down, and instead of bringing it back up and leveling it out, bringing it down, backing up, and then turning, and lowering everything, he just backed it in and turned, and it just, boom.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I remember that day, we got done real early that day.
You think? Fuck.
Because, dude, we were in the front of the store, and we were a 24-hour store, too, so we were open. And, of course, it's like, 3 o'clock in the morning, nobody's there. But all of a sudden, here's, boom, 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 boom. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? In the front of the store, everybody goes trucking back, and he's pretty much pinned. He's got a shelf on top of his fucking shit. He turns it off, because it's all run off of propane.
Yeah.
So he's got that off, and he's like, kind of stuck, guys. Somebody want to help out? I was like, dude, we can't move anything in here. He's like, what do you mean? I'm like, you just pinned all the fucking forklifts and the order pickers and the fucking pallet jacks to the fucking wall when you knocked over that shelving unit. Because they were all on the fucking chargers. He's like, oh shit. I was like, yeah, this is going to be fun. He had to climb his way out of it.
What the fuck?
Yeah, dude, I was like, you're a fucking moron, man. You're the dumbest motherfucker I know.
That would have been a nice way of putting it.
Yeah, I
Idiot.
flat out said, I was like, you're a fucking idiot. He's just like, what? I'm like, and we actually went back into the LP office, the loss prevention office, to fucking see what happened. And I was like, I know what he did. And they're like, what? I'm like, I guarantee he fucking just turned the fucking cart, turned it real fucking quick, and just brought everything down. And they're like, yep.
What the fuck, dude?
Yep. Then after that, they made us secure, like, once they put all the shelves up, they had to secure all the shelves to the fucking wall so it wouldn't fucking fall down.
Oh, shit.
I think I found it.
Put it in the, put it in the chat.
Yeah, you're wrong. Sorry.
That was pretty cool that Sean showed up tonight.
Yeah.
Dude, where's Chuck?
No.
No?
No, that was not us.
Okay.
No, the way ours was, see the shelves on the right? They were there.
Yeah.
But it was all trailer openings on the left-hand side.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, dude, it's pretty messed up. I mean, it's just as devastating as that forklift that comes down, like all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
But our back room was fucking massive. Like, our back room was almost as big as, like, half the freaking store.
Holy shit.
Yeah, our Home Depot wasn't supposed to be a Home Depot.
Oh, it's supposed to be a distribution center.
Yeah. Oh, god damn.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah.
crap, dude.
Shit.
Holy
Oh.
shit.
Domino effect. We just lost a couple million fucking stock.
Yep.
Holy shit, dude.
Yeah, that's just bad stuff right there, man.
No, this
yeah.
one random guy's walking over the rubble. What the fuck?
Yeah, dude, not something you want to fucking be stuck doing.
Hell fucking no. Shit.
Fuck that noise, man. Oop. That tasted wonderful.
I bet.
Palpatine, I love your freaking banner on your page, by the way. Keanu Reeves from fucking Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
Oh god.
Nice.
That's fucking awesome. You know, I gotta get a hold of Kenny, dude. I need to fucking send him all that footage.
Who, Kenny?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Getting a hold of him at times is like fucking pulling teeth.
Well, I think it might be on Xbox, but now let me check.
Get his ass up in here.
Not
Fucker.
just knife happy on Lando. Dude, I know Sinister's been on Black Ops 2 for the past 2 nights. Fuck.
Yeah, she's getting sick and tired of the fucking game.
Yeah, she ain't the only one though.
Well, she was on the other night, and she's like, I can't wait till Christmas.
Yeah, dude, I know. She bought her son the game. She's getting it for herself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I remember. There was me, St. Louis Frosty, and all your BF4 squad in the chat. And the
Yeah,
party chat.
and I think all of my BF4 squad frickin' muted her.
Dude, the whole entire night I was able to understand her except for one time. She talked so quick, and then I'm like, yeah, can you repeat that? Because I didn't understand shit.
Yeah, she was a little loud and obnoxious.
Yeah, dude, thing is, I live in an Irish neighborhood, so figure on St. Paddy's Day when I go uptown to fucking see the St. Patrick's Day parade. So you get like 1,000, 2,000 Irishmen that are pissed drunk and obnoxious and loud as fuck.
It sounds like Chicago. Sounds like any major fucking city.
Pretty much, bro. Pain in the ass.
That's amateur day.
Yeah.
That, the day before Thanksgiving, and New Year's Eve. Amateur day. Will not go out on those.
Yep.
I used to, man, but now it's like, not fucking happening.
Nah.
Shane Victorino underwent thumb surgery.
Huh.
I guess, he was having a bad thumb through the playoffs. And I guess he had torn tendons and shit. Which has gotta fucking suck.
Yeah.
I enjoy making them for the hell of it. Shit, Palpatine, you wanna fucking make me one? Wanna make me a banner? Just Battlefield 4, fucking background, and whatever else you wanna do to it?
Well, dude,
Nothing.
did you see the header on my Twitter?
No.
Go and check it out quick.
No.
Do it, bitch.
Nope.
You do realize this?
I gotta fucking find you is what I gotta... Oh, here it is.
Hold up. What? Show
Oh, yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I've seen that one before.
Yeah, Palpatine's the one that made that for me. Same thing with my AVI.
Nice. Yeah, I gotta get a new thumbnail for frickin'... For this. My handwear was telling me that it needs to be more legible and bright so people can read it, because it's like a business card. I don't know, that's her whole thing. Like, she's like, that and my, what's it called? My thumbnails need to be a little bit better. So she sent me to a few channel pages to actually watch how, like, nice thing about, RPM, they actually have, like, you know, an intro on how to make your thumbnails and shit like that. And I was like, sweet. And I was like, why didn't my previous handwear show me any of this shit?
Probably fuck 'em all.
Probably because she was not caring, because she was already on her way the fuck out.
Probably it, bro.
Seriously, thinking about it, dude, like, you know, I bet you she applied for the job that she did like 6 months ago, and then fucking got stuck with me, and then was like, all right, well, go to this page. This is how she has them done. Well, that's nice. Well, how the hell do I do it? I'm not all that savvy with freaking Photoshop. You know, if I was, it would be done by now.
Yeah, really.
All right, I'll be right back. I gotta put shoes on. My feet are freezing.
All right.
Dude, all I know is I'm happy in my house right now. It's like a crisp 70 degrees. Oh,
There you go.
dude, I got long ass sleeve shirt on with a nice pair of warm ass pants. Fucking warm as hell, and I'm loving it. Oh, fuck. All I know is after this stream, I'm most probably jumping off freaking Black Ops 2 MW3.
Yep.
You are not gonna catch me on Ghost tonight. I went one game, 21-11, and I called it from there. I'm like, I'm done. You got a positive game, I'm out. Dude, seriously, that game's just killed my passion for COD, period.
Yeah, I haven't played it in probably, almost a month.
Fuck, dude.
Yeah, well, I think the last time I was on the game was when Backsmasher had me sit in on a clan meeting.
Yeah. Dude, the only bitch is I don't have any other game I can really play at this moment, so yeah. I'm kind of stuck playing Variety of CODs, Minecraft, Bioshock Infinite, Battlefield 3, or Sleeping Dogs. That's it. That's why I kind of have like $15 chilling in my Microsoft account right now. I'm kind of trying to figure out what game to buy with it.
Right.
Okay, Zip Zappity Zoom, bro, you need help. Hey, Cobra, go and check out that picture I just retweeted.
Alright.
Fuck.
Hasn't come across yet.
Just leave it a few, it should. There's nothing good on Steam. You seen it?
Yeah, when Zip Zappity zoomed in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Palpatine, check your DMs. Dookie, Katie don't mean shit. That's all I have to say.
There
Yo,
we go.
Backsmasher, Palpatine wants to know what kind of colors do you want for your banner?
Tell me what colors you like, and that's it. I'm gonna do like
Give him like fluorescent pink and neon green.
fuck you.
Oh no, violet red.
Probably like black and orange.
What is this, Black Ops 2 colors though?
Actually, go with like black and red. I
That
like the
sounds
black.
bomb.
I like the black and orange just because of the Epic Gaming, but
No.
I don't know. That kind of seemed to die off with Epic. I don't know what the fuck happened.
Dude, Epic's still around, but I haven't
I
seen
know.
shit uploaded in fucking so long.
It gets uploaded a lot. But I think it's mainly frickin' fucking TP. Terrible pain. Ugh.
Yeah.
Fuck. I gotta get some Tums. I'll be right back, man. Bitch today.
Tums.
Fuck me.
Dude, that's even worse. Fucking TDM. I play that game out, I rage harder than anything.
Well, I think when he gets back,
Yeah.
it's
So what?
about. Oh, I was gonna say when Backsmasher gets back, say about ending the stream. It's almost 10:30, and I don't think Jared's gonna show up.
Yeah, he hasn't tweeted back at him or any of that shit yet. Like,
Oh, what's up?
Yeah, I was gonna say it's about 10:30. We'd say about ending the stream. We'll hop out some Battlefield.
Yeah, let me do.
And as usual, I'll just be in the friggin' party chat bullshitting.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me see what's going on.
Yeah, I gotta make sure not to rage, because if I do, Backsmasher's gonna kick me.
Nah, it's not raging, dude. You just fucking don't shut the hell up.
Fuck you, 95% of the time I'm just there shutting up and playing the fucking game.
Well, dude, when we tried to do callouts and you're like, come at me, bro. I was like, all right, I'm just going to leave.
Dude, I don't do that often.
No, I know you don't. But when you did, I was like, all right, I'm out of here.
Yeah, I have my moments. That's usually when I'm
It's nothing
extremely
against you,
fucking
but
tired.
it's like when Frosty starts fucking talking a lot too, I'm like, all right, I'm out.
Don't Come on, man.
Alright,
I'm
let me
tired.
fucking tweet out the fucking Jared. Unfortunately, Jared got tied up at work, so he couldn't make it tonight. Oh, let me see.
Yeah. Well, depending on how you're feeling next Monday, maybe we can get him on.
Yeah, I figure next week if I can.
You know me, I'm always on every podcast. I ain't got shit to do. Except for after the 27th, I will not be on Xbox or the internet whatsoever.
Okay.
No, I'm fucking off for fucking New Year's, like, till fucking January 5th, 6th.
Oh, that's right.
Oh yeah, you're going to the middle of Bumblefuck.
Yeah.
No, but fuck nowhere.
Yep. I hate John Gruden, that is all. That's Wiggy.
Oh, fuck.
Hey, to get where you're going, you gotta go by dog sled pulled by moose, right?
Fuck you.
So I just tweeted back to Wiggy. He goes, I hate John Gruden, that is all. I said, it's okay. He loves watching the Cowboys implode each week. Dude, that's bad, though, man. I mean, they were up kicking the shit out of the fucking Pats, and yeah. That's fucking sad.
Oh, fuck.
So Dookie's saying that I'm better at Ghost than any other COD ever. I'm sitting at a 1.48 KD, and the highest ever before that in COD was COD 4. I believe was 1.25.
And I said, KD don't mean shit.
And he goes, well, I only play TDM. So you camp like a bitch, huh?
The We got you in your lie, you son of a bitch.
I remember him bitching on the live stream, right? We played on Smash Back at Cancer. We played Capture the Flag, and he's bitching about somebody camping in the back of the fucking... in the back of the spawn, taking people out at the flag, yet he was doing the same shit.
Exactly, fuck.
I was like,
remember that.
really? Pot kettle black there, Dookie. Or he'd bitch about that shit, somebody taking him out with a pistol on fucking Battlefield 3, yet all he did was run around with the M911, taking people out with it. I was like, are you fucking kidding me?
Well, that I think was Wiggy was bitching about Johnny being up on the crane to snipe people. Or was it Travis?
It was Travis.
Yeah, it was Travis, okay. Yeah.
Because Johnny wasn't really running with us that much.
Yeah.
Yeah, Travis was always up on that fucking crane trying to pick people the fuck off.
Oh, you're that or Tezzy bitching. Oh.
Oh, dude, the best was Tezzy's fail. That was the funniest thing I've ever... And I wish my files weren't corrupted because I was apparently streaming it or recording at 1080.
Yeah.
Because that was the funniest thing. Because he tried to take me out with a plane and failed epically, then steals one of our helicopters and tries to take me out in that, misses. I'm down to like 7% health. And all of a sudden I hear him go, oh shit, tree!
Yeah, boom!
And bails out. Like he literally just like flew the tree right into the helicopter right into the tree and bails out at the last second. I end up taking him out. And he's like, what the fuck? You dummy.
Fucked up part is I remember that. That was right
I was like, yes,
I
I recorded all that, yes. Yeah, I haven't seen Tessie in ages. He still freaking thinks he's better than everybody because he's like, I didn't buy Ghosts. I'm like, oh well.
Good for you. You want a cookie?
Yeah, I don't know, dude. He used to drive me up a wall. Because he was always like, I'm better than everybody. I'm like, you want a cookie? That's great.
Yeah.
Wonderful. It's a fucking video game. I don't know. Alright, you know what? We are going to end this fucking thing and we're going to go hop on some Battlefield 4.
Hell yeah.
So whoever wants to fucking join us, feel free to. And if you see us on Xbox Live, fucking feel free to join the fucking shit. Just don't talk too much. Alright, we're out.